How's it hanging, Phil?
Stop the front time, bitch!
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's bundle up and talk horror.
Seriously. I'm freezing.
So, we are here in Michigan, and tonight it is a cool -4 degrees out, and it is having an adverse effect on our home and workplaces. So, we're still bundled up tonight, guys. So, tonight, as always, we have 3 amazing guests that we're both very good friends with and admire very much because of their content creating skills. First off, we have the Coven of Screams, Joanna and Garrett. How you doing tonight, guys?
Good. Cold. Yeah, cold. We're also cold. I need a full blanket.
We're all cold.
It is a freezing time in the horror world right now.
Well, for some of us here on
the Midwest folks.
Yeah.
And then we got the always amazing Day Hellvington. How you doing,
What's going on, Sledgehammer family? How the hell are you guys? I'm myself. It's freezing here because it's like 12 degrees, but it's hot in the hell zone. It stays hot for your Hellmaster. So I'm glad to be here with the Sledgehammer family.
We are so happy to have you.
Yeah.
Now, for the people that you guys have been on the channel before, so people should know you. But first off, Coven of Screams, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do over at the channel? That way, people that don't know you can get to know you a little bit.
Sure. So we basically started off as a podcast, Ice Coffee Heavy Screams, and then we started just developing a lot more things under that umbrella. So we decided to kind of change it to like Coven of Screams to put everything underneath. We have podcasts. We're starting up a Bubbles and Brews business. Basically,
we're doing everything scary.
Yeah,
just everything and anything spooky we're doing.
We love collaborating, all that stuff.
And that's the way to be.
Right.
Yes.
So what about you, Dave? Can you tell people a little bit about Hellvington, what you do, and how they can become a part of the Hell group?
Well, of course. Well, you see, I'm your Hellmaster. I am not friends. We're past the friendship part. You're out on a third date. We're family. We're going to go all the way to home base. But I'm your Hellmaster, Dede, and I have an Instagram channel, Instagram page, YouTube channel, and I'm a horror content creator. I cover all things horror, and those up there are my Hell babies, Coven of Screams. I love them so much. You can see them on my page all the time. They're always doing work for your Hellmaster. Well, it's not work when you're doing something you love, right?
Yes.
So they're always having fun in the Hell Zone. We review movies, we review TV shows, video games, breaking news, anything horror. We do it 24/7, 365, but sometimes your Hellmaster needs a break, so don't quote me on that. But we'll always have a great time in the Hell Zone. And Sledgehammer Horror, Ashley and Ken have both been on the page as well. So you can come and check us out in the Hell Zone, baby, where we keep it hot all the time.
It is. And so we got to use this time a little bit to promote Ghouly Con. Evan, you want to talk a little bit about Ghouly Con? We're all very excited about it. So anybody that's friends or family or fans, even though I hate that word, of Sledgehammer Horror, you know that we've been talking about Ghouly Con a lot. That would not exist without the hard work of these 2 amazing people over here. So before we start talking about our subgenres that we're going to talk about tonight, do you guys want to explain a little bit about what's going to be ghouling on? What's going to be going on?
That's cute.
Oh, I like that. We're going to take that. So what's going on?
What's going on?
Right. So basically, it's our first horror convention. It's a 2-day convention in Covington, Kentucky. We are going to be filled with panels. We have costume contests. We have our own Bubbles and Brews cocktails that's going to be there. So we just have a lot of things.
A lot of things happening. It's basically where we can all gather somewhere locally too, because I feel like a lot of these conventions, a lot of people can't really get to a lot of times. So it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna have a lot of vendors, have a lot of entertainment, a lot of panels.
Yeah. We're just trying to get the passion behind the screams.
Correct.
Like, we want to know why do you scream? We want to know all that. So
I'm gonna cut in a little bit real quick. And your Hellmaster is going to be there. I'm gonna be there all weekend, having fun, hanging out at Ghouly Con. It's gonna be a big ass party. We're gonna have a haunted house inside the convention. We're gonna have content creators. It's just gonna be a big ass Halloween party. If you want to come down, and if you're in the Kentucky area, just come out and hang out. We're gonna do horror, and it's gonna be real life horror. We can touch each other, and we can get real.
We can touch each other.
But no, your Hellmaster will be there.
I'll say
we will have an afterlife gala, which is kind of like that shebang party, that spooky party that we need. So.
If you want to touch people there, I mean,
that's up to you, but
as you're adults,
consenting.
People usually do call it real life horror when I touch them. So I definitely understand exactly what you're talking about there.
It's going
to be in Covington, Kentucky. It is going to be July 19th and 20th. We're very, very excited. Something we wanted to talk about real quick before we get on with our chat and then onto our subgenres. We are working on our new film, Psychasthenia. And at Ghouly Con, we are going to be premiering an exclusive clip of the film. We're very, very excited about that, the direction that the film is moving in. And for our members, because I know that right now, our members, we've been slacking lately, and I understand and I respect that. We don't want you guys to be paying money for nothing. We don't feel like that's right. That sucks. It really sucks. If I go to a pizza place and I pay for a pizza, I better get a fucking pizza. That's the way I look at it. When you're our
Where's
member,
the pizza, kid?
Right. We want to give you guys extra content. And because, like I said, my birthday was last week. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. We had Christmas. The Lions have been winning. So we've been, football is a huge part of me and my son's life. He's been having wrestling meets. Dance classes started again. But this week, Ashley, myself, and Chloe, our middle daughter, are going to be doing a reading of part of Psychasthenia for our members. So you'll be able to get probably a 5-minute piece of what Psychasthenia is going to be. For those unfamiliar, Psychasthenia is no longer used in psychiatric with therapists. It's no longer a common term. It was kind of a mix between OCD, autism, depression, like a little mix of everything with Psychasthenia. And at one point they thought people were possessed that were suffering from Psychasthenia. So we're using a lot of that for the film. So very, very excited to see the direction it goes in. And my daughter, you guys seen her in Home is Where the Haunt Is. She was the little girl at the tree that was killed. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert!
She has a major, major part in Psychasthenia. The story is really about her character.
I'm getting like Reagan vibes here.
I will tell you this. There's a very good chance Psychasthenia and Home is Where the Haunt Is will tie in some crazy way together. So I'm very, very excited for the direction that this is going. So real quick, we do want to catch up on the chat before Adrian.
Hey,
how you doing,
Adrian.
buddy?
Hi, Adrian.
Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Tatum, best mod on the planet.
Hey, Tatum.
How you doing, love?
Hey, Tatum.
And also something we should also remind everybody, we have all of these guys' links down in the description. So make sure you're following, subscribing, becoming a part of those families as well. Psychological horror or slashers for me. I like supernatural when it's done right. I hate demon possession movies with a few exceptions. I hate found footage. So that's a good place to start. What we're doing tonight essentially is slasher, psychological horror, horror comedy, found footage, paranormal, and creature features. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about 2 films from each genre, each of us, our honorable mention, and then our favorite of that genre. And at the very end, we're going to talk about, each one of us is going to take a little time to talk about which one of these subgenres is our favorite and why. So when we say battle of the subgenres, we're not battling paranormal against slasher, because you can't do that. They're 2 completely different types of movies. So you can't really battle these 2 movies against each other. So if you guys want to write this down at home, we'll be doing our favorite slashers, psychological horror, horror comedy, found footage, which Sean will have no part of, paranormal, and creature features. And obviously in the future, we might bring, because if we do a part 2 to this, Coven of Screams and Hellvington will come back for that episode.
Yes.
This is something that we will always do together. So I'm very excited for that as well.
Hey,
Gory, what is up? Bob Draws. What's up, Bob?
Hello, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
We are all doing well tonight. David, we are doing well. We hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Oh, what's cooking? Good looking. We got Jazzy in here.
Oh no!
Oh, I feel you, Sean. We're at -4 right now. It is rough. And I do want to let everybody know, Jazzy was going to be here tonight.
Yes.
Unfortunately, sometimes we have health issues. Sometimes things happen. The next time that Day and Coven is here, Jazzy will be joining us because we like the family to be a family. So, Jazzy, we miss you. We can't wait for the next time so you can join us.
Love you, babe.
One of the best post-credit scenes this year for sure. Troy, hey, hopefully that helped you, Bob.
What's up?
Hey, Ryan.
What's up, Ryan? Oh yeah, Hellvington has the most energy, and I am for
Let's
it.
go, Troy. Let's go, Troy. I love it. I love
Diana,
it.
Hi, Diana.
an autism horror movie, a good one. Bob, if you like movies that are horror movies that revolve around autism, because like I said, Psychasthenia is with that ish.
Oh, I thought he was asking. For
No,
a good one. A good
Come
one.
Play.
Come Play is a good horror
The thing
movie
about Come
around
Play
autism.
is the main character in the film has autism, but it's not disrespectful or degrading the way they portray this young man with autism.
Autism is
There's so many different spectrums.
Yeah, there's so many different spectrums, and it's not just kids aren't always on the lower end of the spectrum where they're nonverbal and things like that. So that I feel like Come Play really did show like a different part of
a
the
different
spectrum.
side of it. Yes. And autism is for people that don't know, I'm not going to go off on too much of a tangent here. Autism is something very important to Ashley and I. Our daughter is on the autism spectrum. Our nephew is on the autism spectrum. For a long time, I was a parapro at our local school and I worked with autistic children. And one of those children, his name is Philip. He still comes and spends the night with us, still spends time with us. So autism is something that if we watch a movie and it has a character with autism, we get really triggered if it's not portrayed the right way. Come Play. We literally had to look up if Oliver was autistic in real life, which he's not. And that made it even more impressive.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a disrespectful representation of autism.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen Come Play, you gotta see
We
it.
may talk about this movie in
gotta
a little
check it
while.
out. I gotta check it out.
It's fantastic. Hey, what's up, Brittany?
Hey, Brittany.
What's up, Pippin?
There it is. There it is. Like I said, Tatum's out here doing the Lord's work.
Thanks,
Thank
Tatum.
you,
Go ahead.
Tatum.
Yes, Tatum.
Thank you,
Go
Tatum.
ahead.
You're a hell saint, Tatum. You're a Hellcat.
See, and Tatum says, I love that Scream 3 poster.
Oh, you talking about the OG original? I just had to drop that in there. Appreciate that, Tatum.
Yes, we got to get Jazzy on screen. I will definitely be there for the next one. We need you here. We can't wait.
We gotta have the queen here.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Haunted Hippie and Cody are phenomenal content creators. The fact that we get to share a screen with them and now we get to share the same type of, you said fans, so I'm not going to put that word out there, that we can have fans that are fans of theirs. It means a lot to us, Carbonite. Thank you. Seriously.
Which one?
I know Come Play and no one talks about that movie. I know. It's so good.
I talk about it all the time. Like, I don't know how many lists I've had Come Play on.
Yes.
A lot of lists.
Yes.
Speaking of lists.
The Accountant is an action autism movie. We have to check that out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Hey, like I said, you're at work. You make money, support your family. We'll never be upset.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are here means more to us than anything. I promise you that.
Correct.
We just love the fact that you guys can show up and be here. Like that to me is something more special than anything else. The fact that we get to have our friends here hanging out with us, like that's the best, man. Like it really
Family
is.
is everything. Family is everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So again, guys, we want to thank you everybody for showing up. And we are going to get into our list and start off with what I assume is the most popular subgenre of horror. And we're going to start with slashers. So my honorable mention, let's ruffle some feathers here a little bit. My honorable mention is going to be the best movie in the Friday the 13th franchise. And that is Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell.
I'm done with this list already. I'm leaving.
She's like, goodbye.
Bye.
To me personally, I think that this movie has everything. It's a supernatural story. It has obviously a Nightmare on Elm Street ties to it. It has Evil Dead ties to it. You have the Necronomicon, which a cool story behind that. A fun fact. Adam, when he was filming the movie, he was a kid. You know what I mean? Like he was a kid. He was 19 years old. All he had ever done before this. All Adam Marcus had ever done before this was music videos. And they came to him, and Sean Cunningham was like, hey, you're the guy we've chosen to direct this movie. Now you get that fucking hockey mask out of my film. We have this 19-year-old that has never ever worked in horror that has to create a Friday the 13th movie without a Jason mask. And he fucking nailed it. You stop it. You're grounded.
What? He nailed it.
She said crazy. Don't ground her. Nothing wrong.
So, like, my big thing with this movie is, like, and we've talked about this before on the channel, when you are a kid and you're on the playground talking about Jason or Freddy or Michael, you're like, why don't you just throw him in a volcano, or why don't you just blow him up into pieces? And then Jason Goes to Hell, they blow him into pieces at the very beginning of the movie. And you're like, get it. Get it. Yes. You know, and at that moment as a kid, I was like, wow. And then you have him come back. And now as an adult, there's so many things about this movie that I watch and I'm just like in awe of. You have Kane Hodder being like, yeah, the guy was he was a pussy anyway. You're talking about Jason.
Right.
You have the Glove coming and taking Jason's mask. I know what I was going to say about Adam Marcus. He had the idea to use the Evil Dead universe and the Necronomicon, and obviously the studio didn't own the Evil Dead name.
Right.
So Sam Raimi gave Adam Marcus his personal copy of the Necronomicon to use on the film.
Oh,
obviously couldn't use the name, but that was Sam Raimi's personal copy of the Necronomicon that you see in Jason Goes to Hell.
Wow.
And
I regretted that.
the dagger, stop it, is obviously the Kandarian dagger from the Evil Dead franchise. Hold on, how badass is it? Like, you don't see Jason's hockey man throughout the whole movie, right? And then all of a sudden at the end, you get the boom busted out of the floor and big ass. Right,
all I know is extra.
Let's go. Like I fucking love it so much.
Where was it?
Listen, that diner scene is totally it's an action sequence. They're jumping, shooting. They got
she ain't buying it.
Like, oh my god.
We'll respect the kid.
I will say that is a really good pick, because when you do a Friday the 13th film, you got certain parameters that people want, right? They want Jason, number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they want a lot of brutal kills. But when you take one of those away, but still make a successful film, they took Jason away in the aspect that we're used to him, right? With the body, with the mask, and they still were able to make a solid film. Like it, in my opinion, I gotta agree with Ken. It's top 5 for me. Jason Goes to Hell is top 5 in the series, and it's damn near in top 3. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here with the Sledgehammer family. I'm not saying that, but it is a really good pick.
It's my favorite.
This family is divided here.
Yeah, we are divided. So we did just put up a poll for the chat. What movie would you like to see Sledgehammer Horror review next?
I did not.
Would you like to see us review?
She had no idea. She said surprise.
Shutter Island, Come Play, or
Shutter Island was actually really good.
I'll review Jason Goes to Hell right now for you. Okay, so you don't even have to choose that one. No, it's a big pile. I hate that movie.
Why are you the way that you are?
Okay, just wait till I tell mine. I'm sure you'll have lots to say.
Oh my gosh.
So that's just my honorable mention. Holy shit. My favorite slasher, and again, this comes as no surprise to anybody that knows Sledgehammer Horror, to anybody that knows Ken Sledge, it's Child's Play 3. To me, this is not only my favorite slasher, this is my favorite Child's Play movie. This is my favorite movie in the Child's Play franchise, which is my favorite horror franchise. To me, this movie is perfect. It is funny. It is scary. The deaths are heartbreaking. When you get the guy in the garbage truck, you know, and then like when you get Sheldon jumping on the grenade and getting blown up trying to save everybody that was shitty to him the whole time. or not Shelton. Shelton's the dickhead. Whitehurst. When Whitehurst jumps on the grenade. And still to this day, I'm just gonna say it. We need to get De Silva to come back for the Chucky TV series so Andy and De Silva can get back together. I would love to see that. So
Andy does need his happily ever after. Poor kid.
And that's
he's been dealing with a lot.
Trauma.
He's had a hard life.
Or bring back Tyler. That's fine too. So so those are my two slashers that I wanted to talk about because they're both absolutely amazing. So how about, okay, Ash, let's go to you. What is your pick for slashers?
All right, so my honorable mention is Bride of Chucky.
Oh yeah.
You got anything bad to say? Okay, that's what I thought. This is my favorite in Child's Play in the franchise. I love Jennifer Tilly. I think she took this franchise. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying that it was bad before, but she like took it and just made it better. Like everything's better with a wife. Oh, Ken. Everything's better with a wife. By your side.
Unless that wife talks about Jason Goes to Hell.
I'm sure Jennifer Tilly doesn't care for it.
Jennifer Tilly loves it.
Did
you see that?
But yeah, I just again, this movie is a lot of fun and there's really good kills in it. And yeah, that's my honorable mention.
Okay.
And
what's your favorite slasher?
What do you think?
Ash?
What do you think it is, Ken?
I think it's this.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Never mind. That's what I think you should do. It's Halloween 1978.
It is. It absolutely freaking is. I wasn't snoring with your long ass tangent about Jason Goes to Hell.
Is that relevant?
It is not. It's not relevant. Anyways, Halloween 78 is amazing. Okay. It's where it all started. Halloween 1978. I just love everything about it. It gets me in the mood for Halloween. It reminds me of my dad. He's the one that used to watch it with me when I was a kid. It was scary. Like I was always afraid of Michael out of all of them the most because he was just like a regular guy that was just evil for no reason. He was just killing these teenagers just because he was evil, not because he drowned in a lake or any reason. So I always thought that he was scarier because he was more real.
Right.
I will say this about Halloween 1978. It started a genre. You know, it wasn't the first slasher film, but it perfected slashers.
Yes.
It made them perfect. And you know, now in 2024, if you need a really slow movie to help you fall asleep, take a nap.
Really? I knew this was going to be a backhanded compliment. I knew
that
it.
movie on.
I was ready for it. I was ready for you to give her a good compliment, and then
and you said
never.
Look. Here's Halloween 78. Okay, you guys ready? Here's my one-man show. Halloween 1978. Now you look that way. Hold on. Let me hang someone on a wall.
At least it makes sense and it's not all like crazy and stupid and dumb and poopy head.
Touche. At least he's not poopy head. I'll give you that.
Poopy head.
You want to give us your slashers?
Sure. Do you want to guess? They guess. So let's guess. What do you think?
I know your original one, but I don't know.
The honorable mention. So I'll do my honorable mention. We can keep because we like Ashley, so we're gonna keep the Halloween train going. I like the remakes of like the Rob Zombie ones. I know not a lot of people do, but I love them so much because they're like little witches and stuff. And little white horses. So yes, that is my honorable mention. And then my OG, my favorite is Scream. Okay. I think it's pretty basic, but it's my favorite.
Listen, it's basic and for a reason.
Perfect.
Because it's that good.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
It's a great franchise for sure.
Yes.
All right, what about you, Garrett?
So my honorable mention would be Scream.
Why are you trying to copy?
I'm not trying. That's my honorable mention, boo. Just because
my OG is Halloween.
But it's just because it can happen, and that kind of freaks me out. If a situation can happen in real life like that, because anybody can put on that costume and just like, I'm here, ready to get you. But then my top one, what do you think my top one is?
I don't know. That's what
my top one is Nightmare on Elm Street, just because of Freddy and dreams and not knowing if I'm dreaming or awake terrifies the heck out of me, because I dream a lot and I have sleep paralysis a lot. And it just terrifies me to know that this man could just be anywhere if I'm asleep or not.
Yeah.
You can't not dream.
Well,
right.
It's not like, Jason, where you can, get away from Camp Crystal Lake and be safe. It's not like Michael, where you can walk slowly to the left and get away.
Correct.
Yeah, he always gets them. He might be a slow walker, but he gonna get.
But he gets them because somebody's gonna fall in the end.
He's gonna make you his wall art.
It's not like Michael Myers, where you can just do a little bit of kung fu and take him out.
Is this going to be a diss on Michael Myers all night?
But can you? I feel like they tried to fight Michael and it never happened.
The water took out Jason. So.
The water took out Jason because he was a kid.
I don't care. He drowned. Sucks to me. Okay. He should have knew how to swim. He should have knew how to swim. Okay.
Amen.
Pearly Gates, right? And who is it? Peter. Peter's like, "Hello, my child."
Not Peter.
And he opens up the book on how you died. You want Peter to say, "You drowned, my child," or Buster Rhymes, "Whoop that ass, Dangertainment style."
I want Buster.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
I would have been like, at least I knew how to swim. At least I knew how to swim, and I wasn't a mama's boy.
Here lies Mikey Myers.
He's a mommy's boy.
Did you just throw the mommy's boy?
He is a mommy's boy, though.
Did you just call Mr. Voorhees a mommy's boy right now?
What? I mean, but is it? Huh?
And to go back to what you said about trying to fight Michael,
didn't they fought Michael?
They tried to fight Michael, but Michael's just too strong.
Like every time.
You can't fight him.
You can't.
So wait, who do you guys think would win a fight, Michael or Jason? Straight up.
Michael.
Those are lies. Those are lies.
We're not.
How rude. How rude. How rude. How rude.
But what you're not going to do is gain up on us.
I'm going to ask you this. Hey, who do you think would win in a fight?
I pride myself in being an unbiased content creator. Okay, I can't tell a lie. Okay, like St. Peter. Like St. Peter, I cannot tell a lie. Okay, so if you're really gonna break this down and take all biases aside, Jason Voorhees is walking little Mikey Myers from across the street. Okay, little Mikey Myers was in the suburbs as a kid. Okay, Jason Voorhees,
he was in a broken home.
Was so badass that they sent his ass off to summer camp. Okay, only bad kids got to the summer camp because their parents didn't want to deal with them. So Jason Voorhees is smacking Michael Myers. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3.
You know what I have to say to that? You know what I think of that answer?
No.
I think that answer happens to be
perfectly splendid. 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 Perfectly splendid.
We watched it.
You know how long it took me to make that little clip? Yeah. It took me way too long to make that.
Jazzy loves you for that because when you play some stuff like when you play that is fun. She loves that TV show. She loves that little girl. Like she's so obsessed with that. I love that.
Yeah. To rebuttal your comment, just the rich kids get to go to camp and go swimming and stuff.
Oh, okay. Look, I can't fight Ashley. Okay, Ashley's one of my favorites.
Ashley's in the Coven.
And listen.
I can't fight her. All right, Ken, this is where I'm tabbing out. I got to tag you back in, Ken. I'm sorry.
Listen, the whole suburban, this, that, and the other. Rich kids don't like to send their kids off to a bad little camp because they're bad. Okay, right. They just try to handle it on their own. So Michael was just there, sitting there in his room, contemplating him killing already. Jason,
please, Garrett.
Please keep going, Garrett. Please keep going, Garrett.
Please not say
gonna get tired.
That is not a sentence I'm prepared for tonight. Okay.
You got the
Arthur Fist.
Arthur Fist, yeah.
I did.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You know,
It's
I'm just
okay.
saying.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Way off the rails. So let's go,
Like,
Dave.
Okay.
Always.
Right,
Okay.
Dave. What's your slashers looking like?
All right, so my honorable mention is going to be, I got 2 honorable mentions, and one is hot as hell right now. He damn near made my list, but because he's somewhat new, he can't get on the list right now. So I gotta give it to Terrifier.
Forgot about that.
I don't know who just whispered it, but Secrets Out the Bag, Terrifier, and Art the Clown. I mean, that for what that film has done to the horror world in the past, Art's been around for 10 years, 5 years hot. What he's done to the horror world and what David Howard Thornton has done with a character, I mean, it's never been done. Usually people grow into a character and over a period of time, but you have certain actors out there like a Tim Curry, like a Bill Skarsgård, and now like a David Howard Thornton, who has made a character an icon in less than 10 years. It's amazing. Oh, and then my second one, of course, shout out to Adam Green, one of the greatest independent film directors of all time. He has also created one of the a great icon, in my opinion. He's an icon for sure. With Victor Crowley and the Hatchet series. Like I said, Adam Green is one of the best independent filmmakers, and what he did with Victor Crowley and the story of Victor Crowley, bringing back Kane Hodder, resurrecting Kane Hodder's slasher career. I mean, it was really hard not to put them on the list, but damn, I got a fire list for you guys tonight. I hope you guys are ready for the battle of the subgenres, because I got a fire list. I'm not in the hell zone. I can't cuss. I'm sorry.
What?
Okay.
All right, so who's your number 1 slasher?
Oh, okay. So of course, if we're just gonna jump straight into it, okay, you're not even gonna take me on a date or anything. I guess we're gonna go straight to bed. I guess that's what we're doing. My number 1, of course, is Scream. I don't know how it was those 2's honorable mentions. I don't get how that's a thing, because at no point should ever Wes Craven be an honorable mention. He's always number 1 on the list, baby. So
That's not for me.
my number 1 slasher of all time has to be Scream, 1996. It birthed one of my favorite final girls of all time, the Queen Neve Campbell,
Okay.
who was possibly returning for Scream 7, fingers crossed, if Spyglass and Paramount figure out what they're doing and get their head out their ass. But anyway, Scream 1996 is the perfect horror film. Like Ken said earlier, they did a lot with nothing and made it perfect, and that's what made it perfect. It's perfectly splendid.
Splendid.
We'll catch up on the chat real quick before we move on to our psychological horror movies. Sorry I can't donate tonight. Never
You're good,
expected, buddy.
Charles. Yeah.
The fact that you guys come out, you watch, you subscribe, you hit that thumbs up.
You
That
listen to
means,
Ken and I fight.
Yeah.
Over Jason
I
and
do gotta say real quick, I don't really hate Halloween.
Take it out.
Like I just do that because it's her favorite.
Yeah, I don't hate Halloween either. I'm not a
only reason
Halloween hater. Yeah, I had to give those 2 a hard time.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
if it's a
that's it.
wrestling
I
match,
really do. I like Halloween. Everybody knows I really like the film.
Yeah.
All right.
But
We got him saying it, guys.
we got him. But yeah, I just had to, when
I'm gonna say that too.
when
Need
Ken
that
needs a
time
tag team partner, I'm gonna tag in. Look, I'm gonna come
Right.
fight. I don't care. Okay.
yeah, what I was saying is, Charles, you never ever have to donate. Never. We appreciate it. Our kids like to eat, so obviously we like to be able to feed them. So it does mean a lot. But when you can't, do not feel bad, please.
He said,
Like seriously, it's something that whenever you guys can, it means a lot to us. It really does, because you're spending money that you earned to for this. So thank you. But when you can't, we're never upset about it ever. Over Jason X, oh yeah, I'm not a Jason X fan. It's too much for me. Jason Goes to Hell, love It's Okay by Friday standards, but for me it was just making up stuff as they went along late in the series, and I'm canceled. I wouldn't say you're canceled, but yeah, I'm a liar. You're canceled.
oh no. Oh no.
I love you. We love you, Sean. Jason Goes to Hell. I'll die on that hill. I always thought I'd be on the island alone, but I have a companion now. Wave the fan club flag high. You know I will. You know I will.
Boy, Troy.
Sounds like
Love
a
it, Troy.
lonely hill.
Actually,
Hey, right here.
I'm gonna say
Subscribe to Hellvington. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, America's SWAT Team. They took out him and Jason Goes to Hell. I love Child's Play. If you can't tell from all your collection over there.
I don't own this, guys. This is hers.
Yeah, everything that's yours is hers, and everything
that's hers is hers.
Yeah.
I actually like Jennifer Tilly in the TV show, in the Chucky TV series. I think she's really, really good in that.
So, then I don't know if you've seen the newest season, but like I think she's much better than she was in
Season 2.
In season 2,
Yeah.
like she really
Season
like
3, she's way over the top.
but she's like come back around, and she's like the old Jennifer Tilly, which I love. So
Love it. Love this. Loving season 3 so far. Donald Pleasance was the heart. I absolutely agree.
Donna Pleasance was amazing.
Oh, the Coven.
Thank you, Tatum.
Tatum is a goddess. She's so good at doing this. Freddy got kung fu by his daughter, and Freddy's dead. Motionless.
Oh,
He got that kung fu fighting.
Fighting.
We got kung fu by Alice in part 4 too.
See, he's all like shaving his head. Yeah,
Right.
he got trick fucked.
yes, Tatum.
Art coming in, share the stream and subscribe. Yes, if this is your guys'
Yes.
first time here, please consider subscribing. It really does help the channel. It really helps us with that stingy YouTube algorithm. Where does the fight take place? Crystal Lake or Haddonfield? They'll fight on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
We'll go neutral field. They'll fight on Elm Street.
And then Fred just be there.
He was already dumb enough to get abused by Freddy, so he did.
There you go. See, hey, that's what, and that might bring up trauma for him because he's always trauma based.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's always trauma based. So wherever you take him with trauma, he's gonna lose.
Yeah,
that is true. So instead of Elm Street, they'll fight in Woodsboro.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
My favorite slashers are My Bloody Valentine. Fantastic.
Oh,
That one.
yes.
That is not an unpopular opinion. The Terminator is totally a slasher. I was that close to putting it on my list. I will argue to the death. The Terminator, listen, he goes through the phone book to kill every Sarah
I feel
Connor.
like
He covers his face with a mask. The Terminator, the first Terminator film is a total slasher.
I agree with that.
As the franchise goes, it becomes more of like an action sci-fi thing.
Yeah,
But that first film is total slasher.
he definitely dim it down a little bit.
Yeah.
After the first one.
Scream and Nightmare 3. You know,
Nice.
gotta love those.
Yes.
Chucky, Child's Play, and Second Close, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Near perfect
Yes.
film. Hey, thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Well, we got our first donation tonight, guys, so you know what that means.
Woo!
Woo!
Baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Yeah. It's a damn
Say
enchiladas.
something. I gotta say something, Ken. That has been stuck in my head all fucking
Ooh,
day.
baby.
And I
you
was
thought
like,
you were gonna get it out.
I was like,
Yeah.
where did I fucking
baby.
Ken? So yeah,
It's right here. It's those damn enchiladas, man.
Oh my
Take that
gosh.
out.
Break between Avatar. I agree. Hellvington, thank you. Thank you. How about that? Just for you, my
How's
friend.
that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy.
yeah, boy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
brother.
Lord.
All right, guys. So now we're going to move on to our psychological horror films. Now, one thing I don't want in the chat, obviously, I want you guys come out, have fun, give your opinions. One thing we don't want is any type of that's not a slasher film. That's not a psychological horror. Horror is what you make it, guys. Let's have some fun. Happy belated birthday.
Jazzy.
Thank you. Happy
I'll come up
early.
with you, Jazzy.
Oh.
Hope you all are staying warm. We're at -4 here, Dan. So
Yeah.
please stay warm, stay safe, keep your friends and your family safe. It's not worth it to go out to the bar tonight.
It's cold out
That's what
there.
we've been telling everybody.
It's cold out
Keep
there.
yourself warm, keep yourself safe.
Mhm.
All right, so you want to give your psychological horror films, my love?
Yes. So my honorable mention is The Sixth Sense. It's definitely
Good
psychological.
choice.
That the first time I watched it, and okay, so the whole movie is amazing, but just
Yeah.
like the twist, that's something that you never forget. Like that's always gonna stick with you. you. And when going back and rewatching it, like I forgot about like the actors, like Toni Collette. She's amazing. She's like the best mom of horror, I swear. And just like it's just such a good movie, and you forget a lot of it because the twist is so like crazy, like you never seen that coming, and so you forget all like the greatness that led up to the twist.
We've said often that the twist is the worst part of that movie
just because
it's so fucking good.
Right.
Yes.
The movie. Like the kid that's like, hey, let me show you where my dad keeps his gun, and he turns around.
Like that. Then the little girl,
the chills.
Her mom,
the Munch House syndrome, where mom, is feeding her the pine sol.
The scene in the car, we were literally doing it. Didn't see that coming. Yeah, and we cried talking about that scene.
When she's talking about her mom.
What did you ask your mom? Do I make her proud? Yeah. I mean, as we were doing a review, and we were like, it's all right.
I know. It's such a good movie. And then my OG is Frailty, actually.
Frailty.
Oh, that's killer.
Such a good choice.
I freaking love that movie. Another one. This is one that I was the whole time watching it. I was like, how is this gonna end? Like, what's really going on here? You think one way and then it ends a different way, and just the twist is so amazing. And the rewatchability of this movie, every time you pick up on something just a little bit, and it's such a good movie, and it still holds up today. Like I could watch it right now. So yeah,
absolutely adore Frailty. I'm actually mad at myself for not having it. That movie's so good. What about you, Joanna? What's your psychological horrors?
So my honorable mention is Split. I love Patricia and all the different personalities that came out of it. I love it. I'm like, me too. I feel that. Yeah. And then my pick is Us by Jordan Peele, just because I love all of his movies so much. And I do want to know if there's another world.
Correct.
Just mimicking us. Do we have a tether?
Correct.
Are you my tether?
Are you my tether?
I don't know.
If there is, like, can you go to work for me tomorrow?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Hey, like, can you just do that? I'll stay here. You go ahead. We don't have to fight each other. It's okay.
Right. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, like do the shit that I don't want to do.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could be friends.
That movie is like
correct.
That movie is just so good.
Yeah.
Like such a good movie. And a lot of people don't talk about Split and how
I love that.
I'm telling you right now, like that movie, I was screaming at the end of the theater.
Ending, it was.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I could watch that movie over and over, etc.
Oh, for sure.
So,
for sure.
What about you, Garrett?
So my honorable mention is Misery, because
nice.
What you're not gonna do is sit here, break my ankles, tie me to a bed, just because you like my book, and I'm not gonna sit here and rewrite it for you. No, ma'am, we're not doing this.
Sounds like a good time.
If you want to tie me to the bed and break my ankles, I'll be fine.
All right. Look.
But again, I don't want it. But for my main one, I too, we didn't do it together. We promise. We just have the same brain as Us as well.
I mean,
just because of that, like, I need to know, is there other Us? And the way, and just the ending, it's like you would never have known. Like, she's the actual her tether, and then the tether is the actual person, and she just went down there and went crazy. I was just like, whoa, wait a minute.
That little boy was looking at her like
right. So, yeah.
You ain't my mama.
You ain't my mama.
I hated that movie the first time we watched it.
He did,
because I called the ending at the beginning.
Right.
She could bear witness to this. I called the ending at the beginning. I was like, this is what happened. And whenever I can call an ending at the beginning of a movie, I get pretty bummed. Like, damn, I'm dumb, and I figured that out. But on a rewatch, when I had no expectation, no looking for a twist or anything like that, I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it on a rewatch. So yeah, I understand why you guys hold it in such high regard. I think it's a fantastic film.
Yeah, right. And I just need to know, is there other
I do. I just want to know if somebody's underneath us.
That's always been a question of mine.
I just want to
I want to know
know.
where the bunnies come from. That's all I want to know. Give me the bunnies.
I don't know where rabbits come from. Where are they? Like, why did y'all disappear out of nowhere?
I don't know.
I have questions.
I don't know why they were. Okay, I'm so sorry.
We're sorry.
They started with 2 rabbits, but you know what they say about those rabbits?
And they started getting busy, and a bunch just popped out.
Right, that's strike number 2.
They don't come for our throats.
He did. He did.
There's number 3. Dave, you want to give us your psychological for it?
Yeah. Okay, so
This stream.
all right, so I have 2, and then I got 3. I did what I was supposed to do. I did my homework. Okay. All right, so the first one, we actually just recently watched this, and it's really on the radar. It has one of the greatest actors of all time in this movie, and it is The Secret Window starring Johnny Depp. Oh my God, one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. We recently watched Party the other night, and Johnny Depp in the film, because it's really underrated. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's in Johnny Depp's filmography, but in the film, you got to go into it blind. Don't try to read the book beforehand, because look, I didn't read it. Let's be honest. I'm your helmet.
We don't read.
We don't read.
Reading's not fundamental for you.
We watch movies. That's why we don't do book reviews. Okay. People tell me to do book. I'm like, I don't read books. Okay. But Secret Window was really good, and Johnny Depp really showed his range in that, because he's usually dolled up in a bunch of makeup, and he's putting on these different accents. But in this one, it was just Johnny Depp in a horror movie. And it had the guy from Mr. Deeds, the butler. He's in it, and that's always a plus. Stab my toe. That guy.
Stab my toe.
But Secret Window, and another one that we recently had watched was Cobweb.
Yes,
one of my top movies of 2023. The twist at the end was ridiculous. That's a movie I'm not gonna spoil at all, because if you haven't seen Cobweb and you're looking for a different horror movie that's not your modern slasher or your modern ghost movie, it's a really good psychological horror movie with a twist that you really don't see coming at the end. I mean, there's a twist coming, but then when you realize what the twist is, you're like,
figure out who's really what's really good.
Right.
Yeah. We both.
It was my favorite of 2023
It was our favorites of 2023.
too. Yeah. That movie, and I went in it completely blind. Like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know the synopsis, nothing.
All we knew about that movie was Seth Rogen produced it.
That's it.
I didn't even fucking know it. Seth Rogen did that shit. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
When we got the screener email, it was like, new horror film produced by Seth Rogen. I was like, we got to watch this.
Yeah.
And we watched it. And I was like, my God.
It gave me People Under the Stairs vibes, and that's my favorite horror
movie.
movie.
People Under the Stairs.
Yeah, I love that.
It's the Halloween, and I want to say, when I say Halloween, I mean Halloween season, not movie.
It's Halloween.
It's the Halloween People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jazzy, that's one of her favorite all-time movies. Like, if you put that movie on to this day, she will get scared. It's just that great of a movie. It's a real simple movie. She has a fear of people in attics and people under the stairs. She's like, look, if anybody's in the attic, I need you to take care of it. I'm like, look, I'm not doing this, okay?
At all.
I'm not doing
That's
this.
their attic now, Jazzy.
Correct. You can keep everything up there. I don't need anything else.
We got neighbors. That's all it is. Just think them as neighbors. But yeah, so those two. And then my third one is shout out to Jordan Peele again with Get Out.
Jordan Peele.
Get Out. I think Us and Get Out are one of the two best horror films of the past 20 years. What Jordan Peele has done to the horror game, he has flipped it upside down. He spanked it a little bit. Okay, you like that, Ken? There's my sexual reference. Right? He spanked horror a little bit when horror needed to be spanked. And Jordan Peele he's taken off. He's a fan of the game, and Get Out was a hell of a debut. I love it.
the sunken place is one of the scariest things you could ever imagine.
It really is.
And how awesome is it that we're getting Jordan Peele producing a remake of The People Under the Stairs
I'm
next year?
excited.
That's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be real good.
If it's in good hands, it's definitely in good hands.
This movie is going to be made or broken by the cast.
Yeah.
Whoever they get to
Right.
Yes.
Mommy and Daddy and Fool,
Yep.
like you have
That's
to
gonna make or
have
break the
an
cast.
excellent cast for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so my psychological horror movies, my honorable mention is 2010's Devil. I fucking love this movie. I think it's so well done. It's a movie that is so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Having all of them in the elevator, talking to the detectives through the walkie-talkie. The reveal was great, but that wasn't even the twist that was good. Who the devil wasn't even the main twist of the movie, and that's what I love.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And my number one, because it's got my boy John Cusack in it, I'm going Identity. I love Identity. Horrors don't get a second chance.
Don't get a second
That's
chance.
It's just Amanda Pete's in it, and I remember watching this movie for the first time. I fell so in love with this film.
It's a good
I've
one.
always been a huge John Cusack fan. Whether
He's
it's
amazing.
it's comedy John Cusack with Say Anything or and then you get horror John Cusack with this 1408 Cell.
I love
I
1408.
High Fidelity
Good movie.
is
Such
a
a good
fantastic movie. That's where we got our top 5. We used to say all the time, him, Jack Black, and High Fidelity.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore that. And Identity is just one of those movies that I think is so underrated. It is. People look at it, gets so overlooked, and I love the countdown of when people are getting killed. How it's the motel room keys.
Yeah.
Counting down from 10 down to 1. I love this movie, and I don't think it gets talked about as much as it should. So
Yeah, that's definitely another one that I did not see coming.
right,
And-
Right.
having Amanda Pete digging in the oranges. I miss you.
Oh yeah, that's
I want you, Buffalo.
Miss you.
So good. Hereditary is honorable mention number 1. And I get
I
that.
remember.
I have a lot of people that say Nightmare on Elm Street is more of a psychological horror, and I agree with that. I could see it being psychological. I could see it being slasher.
it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, he is in your.
Correct. Your dreams and everything. How does it work?
Ashley has not seen Shutter Island yet.
It's so good. It's
really
so
good.
good.
Don't spoil it.
I have not had it spoiled yet.
Yes.
We were supposed to watch that.
We have it. We bought it and we have it, but we ended up doing our review for See No Evil instead,
Yeah.
or Speak No Evil. That's why we didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I
You
forgot
gotta
about that.
We
review
will
it.
be
Ashley.
watching
Once,
Shutter Island though.
once you watch it, Ashley, you gotta review it for the people. You have to review it.
Yeah.
Right now, it's winning the poll, 39%.
Well, hopefully it wins because I want to. I really want to watch it.
There you go.
regardless.
If you guys haven't voted on the poll, Ashley wants it to be Shutter Island because she
I'm
wants to watch the movie.
Please
I'm
help
not
me.
saying
that. Yes.
What the hell?
Split is an excellent choice.
Yes.
Top 3: John Carpenter's The Thing, American Psycho, and 7.
Oh.
While I was getting this tattoo right here, yes, I do beach. Leave it alone.
Beach
While I
Dad.
was getting this tattoo right here, we were watching 7, and he was doing the
Oh, I love
tattoo when
that.
the sloth thing happened, and I was like, ah, and he was like, don't do that. You
That's
picked
fine.
the movie, bro. Great choice, Motionless. Great choices. Just The Thing, one of the best movies of all time. American Psycho. Hey, Paul. Like, fucking love that shit. Shutter Island is winning. Excellent choices. The only way James McAvoy, I know, it's ridiculous. Well, James McAvoy is also going to be in the American remake of
Which he's
Speak
gonna,
No
I
Evil.
feel like he's gonna nail it. Have you seen the
Have you
poster?
guys-
It's gonna be so good.
Have you guys seen Speak No Evil?
I have
No.
not.
2022.
Yes.
Okay, what
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
say, what I'm gonna say about this movie, I've never ever been so angry watching a movie in my
Yeah.
whole life.
Like yelling at the screen, like
What are you doing?
Yeah.
99% of the time.
I am is not. We can't recommend it enough.
Yeah.
The American remake is coming out
It's
this
gonna
year.
make you mad though.
The movie will piss you off. I will tell you that.
Oh, Lord.
After we watched it the first time, for weeks, probably 2 weeks straight, I just thought like, I'm so mad. Like, why? Why? Why?
I still think that from time to time.
Yeah. I'll just randomly start thinking about it and being like, why? Why did you do
Well,
it?
I mean, he told him why, but
Yeah,
it's true.
you guys got to watch it. Promise me you'll watch it.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen the
Misery
poster?
poster? No.
Yeah, with
Misery
James
is a great
McAvoy. He looks like him.
And that's the thing. That's what we were getting at. James McAvoy is playing the bad guy in the remake, the American remake.
Oh,
so I
shit.
can't wait to see how he
Okay.
does.
When I was
Yeah,
making
that's
Color of Night.
when I was making the
What's it
thumb
called?
for it, I
Hear no
Speak
evil.
no evil.
Hear no evil.
Speak no evil.
Speak no evil.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
like it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great.
He's gonna do good.
One of my favorite parts of that movie.
Yes. Yes, Johnny Depp.
Yes, right.
Johnny
Johnny.
Depp.
Is when he puts on the hat. Why'd you put on the hat? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit. Techno Wizard, what's up?
Hey, Jonathan. Brother. Hey, brother.
Weird.
So we're about halfway through. So I want to remind everybody, if you have not subscribed to Sledgehammer Horror, please consider subscribing.
Please do.
Do it
All
right now.
over to Screams and Hellvington's links down in the description. So make sure you're following them on social media, subscribing to them on YouTube, becoming a part of their families as well. It means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Put a spell on you.
Silent House.
Ooh.
The Joker.
Joker.
Listen, I've totally said the Joker is a psychological horror.
Mhm.
It can be.
What you get what you fucking deserve.
Mhm.
Yes, someone else is showing love to identity. Thank you, Carbonite.
Nice.
Yes, such a good movie.
It is a good movie.
People Under the Stairs, crazy white people at its best. Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, who else would be under the stairs?
Who else is that way?
That's awesome. Yeah, great movie.
That's okay.
And I love it. The guy from Mr. Deeds in that movie is so good.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
He was.
He's
When I
not
seen-
comedic. He's
No.
like, he's just fucking. You. took
He's
my
scary.
Story.
He's
He is
That's
Yeah.
what threw me
scary.
off. That's what threw me off. I was like, who is this guy? And it says,
Who is it?
is that the guy from Mr. Deeds? I was like, is that the guy with the black ice foot in the toe?
That's
Yeah,
one
I
of
was
them.
like,
That's why I'm
There's
with good.
nothing funny about his acting in this movie. You know, like he's straight up like
Straight up.
scary and unhinged. Nessie, I gotta know the invitation. Is that the one where they're all going to the house and they're lighting the
No,
lights in the back?
that's the vampire one.
Or is it the vampire one? That's what I was gonna ask.
Because that one,
The one with the guy with the long hair and the beard, like that one is fantastic. Where they're the cult. Is it the cult one or the vampire one? Let me ask you that. And Black Swan is severely underrated. It's
Mhm.
such a great horror movie that
I
nobody
love Black Swan.
that's so
The
good.
problem
Just
with
'cause-
you know what the problem is with Black Swan, honestly? The problem with Black Swan is the same problem I have with Jennifer's Body. The marketing fucking sucked.
Yes,
You watch the
yes.
trailers for Black Swan or Jennifer's Body, they don't even tell half the story of how fucking amazing
Right.
those movies are.
Mhm.
When I watched
Right.
Black Swan and Jennifer's Body, I didn't watch Black Swan until I was doing my first horror movie on it, to be honest with you. And I
Oh,
watched
wow.
it at the end of it, like, why the hell have I never watched this fucking movie? It's so
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Because all I heard was like, oh, Mila Kunis and what's her name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Oh, they make out and do it in the movie. And I was like, ah, cool. Like,
Do
cool.
it.
The extent that it goes to, like with her breaking her toes and shit. Oh, dude.
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing it.
Love that too. Hey, like I said, Tatum, the same thing goes for everybody. Whether you do donations to the channel, whether you're a member of the channel, we always appreciate it.
Yeah.
Always. But you just got a house. Congratulations. We're so
Oh, yes, Tatum.
Yes, girl.
Tatum and her wife just got their house. And
Yes.
we're
Yes.
proud of you and your family.
Good job. That's
Seriously.
awesome.
You better. That's a big step.
It is.
That is it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And like I said, those type of things makes us happier than you being a member, makes us happier than you doing a super chat, knowing that you and your family are getting a new house and you're setting up roots. You just moved to a new city and you're doing all the right things to make your life better. Why would we not be happy about that?
Heck yeah.
A membership, a super chat, those come and go, but you establishing roots and making your family stronger, it's a beautiful thing, Tatum. We're very
Yes.
proud of you. And when you become a member again, if you become a member again, we love you and appreciate you. That's not why we want you here.
Right.
Any of you. All the money, whatever. We don't care. That we do this to hang out with you guys, to hang out with you guys in the chat, make new friends. That's what we're here for. So thank you guys. And she's still out there. Oh,
Yeah.
also, yes. Our review of 1408 comes out on Friday.
It does.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
Yes. 10 Cloverfield Lane, very good.
Mhm.
Gross Point Blank, so good. You guys got to check out Speak No Evil. Please, everybody, watch this movie and let Ashley and I know what you think.
We will.
Thank you. Hopefully you subscribe to everybody.
Yes, Justin.
Don't nobody care, Justin. Thank you. Blair Witch 2. Thank you. Day Day.
Director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Me and Speak No Evil, both same. Yeah, you got to check out Speak No Evil. The Beard and the Lights. That movie's so good. So good. The amount of twists and turns. Like when the guy walks in, he's like, I got called back to work. I was like, oh my God, he looks like such a fucking idiot right now. Yep. Yes, John Goodman was great. Hey, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We try to make it
Like I said,
happen.
remember, for 11 months, we will have our script reading of Psychasthenia coming up for our members. The video will be going live this week. So if you are a member of Sledgehammer Horror, you're going to get a preview into Psychasthenia and some of the things that are happening in the film. So now we are up to our horror comedies, and that will be Joanna starting us off.
So we pretty much, well, I think our honorable mentions, I don't know what you're doing, but mine is Medea's Boo. Medea's Boo. Medea is hilarious.
Hilarious.
And then my main one is A Haunted House, the one that came out in 2013. The I don't give a that is hilarious to me.
I don't give a
Right, I don't care. It's your channel.
It's your channel.
I ain't doing
We're good little children over here.
You want to know what we're doing over here, homie?
Okay, I said that for like a week to my son.
Listen, homie.
Homie. He was like, I hate my life.
Right. Which is a known fact. When they come in with that TV crew and that white guy that's just like a total
Yes.
That's Dave Sheridan, the guy that played Officer Doofy in Scary Movie.
Oh,
I know that.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
That's Dave that does that
Right,
role.
yeah, that's right.
I love the Officer Doofy.
I did love Officer Doofy. I did like him.
Absolutely fantastic in that goofy role, man.
Yes.
What about you, Garrett? What's your horror comedies?
So, again, we have the same mind, same thing. My honorable mention is Medea's Boo as well, just because it's very, very, very funny. Just because she's me, my older soul. And then my top is Haunted House as well, just because it's very funny. Why are you copying? I like Haunted House 2 better, just because it involves like Annabelle and all that stuff and the things that happen in that whole situation. And then he just went from Keisha to a white girl that makes it feel like it's going to be a little bit different, but it's not. It's a lot worse.
A white girl always makes things worse.
All right, remember that, buddy boy.
I'm just kidding.
Buddy boy. He's not going to misery you later if you keep it up.
Correct.
Okay.
You want to get tied down?
You want to get broken? It's not going to happen.
Yeah, all it's going to be is the broken ankles now.
Yeah.
Broken ankles that work her way up to the knees.
Right.
All right.
All right, Day. What about you? What's your horror comedies?
All right. So I love me a good comedy, guys. Okay. I love horror comedies. I will throw on a horror comedy any time of the year, any time of the day. So it's really hard for me to do this, but I have 3. And I'm going to start off with Jazzy's. Okay. Jazzy loves this film. It's an early 2000s cult classic. It's retro. And that's going to be, I think it was early 2000s, maybe late 90s. But Idle Hands. Idle Hands was such a good movie. Seth Green was that was like one of my first introductions to Seth Green. Fucking hilarious. My number two, and I fucking love this movie. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Oh my God. When you talk about just the most simplistic, I don't even know how to say it, the simplistic thinking of having, I don't know, my mind's going blank right now. Just having these two guys who want to build a cabin in the woods. They're just redecorating a cabin in the woods. It's like me and Ken going to the woods and say, hey, you want to go build a cabin? And it's like, yeah, let's go build a cabin. And then all of a sudden,
that's where you started wrong.
Right.
And all these teenagers just running around killing themselves, right? And now we're getting blamed for it. It's great. And my number
college kids.
I love that.
I love it.
Why
I
are they
freaking
rolling
love
away
it.
from us?
We got your friend.
Literally, that I love Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk, he needs to get talked about more. Like the roles that he's played when it comes to like Disney. Just he is one of the most versatile actors that's out there.
We don't want to go too deep into it real quick because I want you to give your number one. But the scene of him pouring the beer on his bee stings was totally improv.
Oh gosh.
What?
He was just like, this is something this guy would do.
Listen,
They started pouring the beer on.
That's something this guy would do.
I feel like we all know a guy like that. That's like,
pour some beer on it, rub some dirt on it.
What it like?
Just glue it
together. This fucking
fingers cut off.
Like literally, just glue it back on. We'll be good to go. We ain't going to the doctor.
When you mentioned him, I had to talk about how that beer shit was all improv. He was like, "This is what this guy would do."
I mean, that movie just great.
That's
I watched that anytime with that. And my number one, of course, the greatest comedy family, in my opinion, the Wayans brothers scary movie. It was just that movie, what it did to just pop culture and horror and comedy. It's never been duplicated. It actually went out of style when they tried to reduplicate it without the Wayans brothers. And the original Scary Movie, oh my god! I mean, you can't argue that that's the greatest horror comedy of all time, next to all the other great horror comedies. But that is my greatest horror comedies of all time. Don't fight me, okay? You got your own list. I got my list.
That's fighting. Why are you going to violence?
What am I waiting for? Fuck you!
So fucking like, and I
feel like my germs.
I want to say this before we go on to the next.
I think that was like
Ashley Sledge. Anna Faris is one of the greatest actresses of all time. She is so fucking funny. Whether it's what was that one spinoff of Legally Blonde? Is it Legally Blonde? No. What's the one she did where she was like the
House Bunny.
House Bunny. Like she's just great. I love me some Anna Faris. But yes, Anna Faris, I love you. If you see this, Jazzy, turn the screen off.
No, Jazzy, don't go nowhere. Oh, you stay right there.
All right, so I went a little bit weird with mine. So
you went a little bit weird.
Yeah, my first one obviously is going to be, because everybody says it's a horror comedy, but my honorable mention, because to me it's just a horror movie, is House. I think House, even though people consider it a horror comedy, if you look it up on IMDb, if you look it up anywhere, it's always a horror comedy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a horror comedy, but since it's my favorite horror movie of all time, so it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So
me watching it as an adult,
it definitely has its comedic parts. Yeah. But if I'm going straight horror comedy, everybody knows this. It's Shaun of the Dead for me. The worst thing about this movie is the title, because people hear the title Shaun of the Dead and they think it's a spoof movie.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's a genuine storyline. It's not slapstick. It's got real emotion, real fear, real comedy. I cry every time I watch this movie. When we get to the mom dying in the bar, I seriously legit cry every time at that scene.
He does.
It's just, I think that Shaun of the Dead it's just so good. Like, it's such a perfect, like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is the name, because when people hear, it's a Dawn of the Dead spoof. No, like it's its own.
No, it's
movie.
its own thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just call it Sean.
Red on you.
That's fine.
Love it. So,
red on you.
For me, honorable mention. Even though it's my favorite horror movie of all time, it's my first horror movie. It was House. My favorite horror comedy is going to be Shaun of the Dead. What about you, my love?
My honorable mention is Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
I love
such a good movie.
Sitterson and Hadley, they are so funny. Like, they play off each other so well, and they just crack me up. They're old man dances. That's how Ken dances. That's how Ken learned his moves.
That's fine.
Just like I don't know. It's just so self-aware, and I just honestly, going into this movie, I thought it was just going to be like another Cabin in the Woods movie.
We literally went to watch this movie because there was nothing else on. We're like, let's just watch this fucking movie.
We just wanted to go out and have a movie night. And so we chose that, and I was pleasantly surprised. The entire cast was great. And there was actual like horror aspects of it. And then there was the comedy, and I loved it a lot.
That movie could genuinely explain how every horror movie has ever happened.
Yeah, like I said, it's
Literally.
just like
You know what I mean? Like them making their choices, and like you see the Cenobites, like they almost grabbed the fuck. Why can't I think of the name of it?
the cube.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Lament configuration.
Yeah, there we go.
Lament configuration. I wanted to say the flux capacitor. I'm going back to the future. They grab the flux capacitor. You know, like they have all these different things, like the conch,
Yeah,
and
but
then you
even
see the
when
merman
you
at the end. He's
see-
like, "Oh, come on!"
Even when you see like all the monsters in the cubes,
Yes.
and it's amazing.
So dope.
And then my number one is Idle Hands.
let's go.
I was obsessed with this movie as a kid. It had Devon Sawa in his prime. I mean, I still love Devon Sawa. But it's hilarious. There's actual scary parts in it. It's such a fun movie. And
For
the
sure.
soundtrack in that movie
so
is
good.
so good.
Such a punk rock soundtrack.
It totally is a dance. Yeah.
You have the Offspring performing the Ramones
Yeah.
at the dance.
I want to be
I was
sedated.
like, that's the Offspring. Like my mind was. Here's real quick. Again, not gonna go off on too much of a tangent. I promise.
Are you going to talk about Blink?
I am.
Okay.
I went to see Idle Hands because I was such a Blink 182 fan. And Blink 182 had put on their website, "Hey, Tom DeLonge is in this new movie coming out, Idle Hands." And I was like, "Oh, no way. Tom's in this movie. I got to go see it." Tom DeLonge is in the movie. He's literally the guy when Devon Sawa runs up to the pickup window. And he's like, "Hey, lunchtime." And the guy's like, "All right." And he walks
That's
away.
it.
Right?
That's
Blink
right.
182. I was in the theater like, Blink!
And everybody probably was like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Was that his dad?
yeah.
That's why I went and see that movie. But I thought, obviously, I've always been a huge Sawa fan.
Yeah. I mean, since
as an
Casper,
actor,
I loved Devon
yes,
Sawa.
as an actor, fantastic. That's all I'm going to get into that subject.
I
As
mean-
an actor, Sawa is fantastic. We don't need to talk about him as a human being. As an actor,
I
he's great.
can't really talk about that part either.
Is he
but
a terrible
I mean,
person? I gotta find this out.
Can't go into it.
Hey, I'm gonna
Person-
find out. I'm gonna find out.
Not my
Thank
story
you.
to tell, but
All right. I'm fine.
not personally to us.
yeah,
but
to us he was great.
Yeah,
but he
he
did
was-
something. All I'll say, and then we'll move on. He did something really, really, really shitty to a really, really, really good friend of ours,
he
Okay.
just-
No.
yeah.
and
Okay.
it sucked because I've been a Sawa fan since Little Giants, man. Like,
Since Casper, can I keep you? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
and the way that he treated a friend of ours was disgusting, and I'll never get over that.
Shame,
It
Devin.
bummed me out.
Shame.
kind of a bummer, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's nice to look at too.
Oh, he's definitely not bad to look at.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dice, better late than never.
Bonjour.
Hey guys.
Anna and the Apocalypse is absolutely a Christmas horror comedy. Love Idle Hands,
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. Last night in Soho, I don't know. I couldn't keep up with the movie very well. We were kind of busy when we were watching it with our daughter. She was young at the time. Beautiful, beautiful film. Absolutely beautiful cinematography. Edgar Wright,
Stunning.
obviously. The same guy that did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Last Night in Soho. I remember liking it. I just got to go back and really revisit it.
Yeah.
Hillbillies, babe. That's the word. Evil Dead 2, Shaun of the Dead, and Bubba Hotep. Damn bugs, man. Size of my fist, or a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Love Bubba Hotep.
That actually sounds.
Hellvington, you got to point out the scary movie poster behind you. Which one? Oh, the scary
Boom.
movie. Duh. The
Which
scary movie one. Here's another fun
Also an original. Just putting that out there from the year 2000. Okay.
Not doing ASMR.
Right, not doing names.
For the-
Another fun fact, that was the original title of Scream. Wes Craven's
Yes.
original title for Scream.
Was it?
Scary movie. Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that.
me
The
either.
Wayne's brothers stole it. Okay.
They said thank you.
We have not reviewed either one of those. I would love to review Thinner. I've never seen The Echo, but I'm
Shot
gonna write
Thinner.
down Thinner because I think that
Oh,
would
I
be a
love
really
Thinner.
fun movie for Ashley. and
Wish
I
I was Thinner.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Hellvington, thoughts on the Wayans Brothers Haunted House series? What do you think of the Haunted House movies?
Fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. They need to keep coming out with more.
They do.
I read
Mhm.
recently that the Wayans brothers are doing a new movie this year, I believe. I don't know if it's a horror comedy, but I know Marlon Wayans is actually producing it. So stay on the lookout for that. Who's that? Roman Lopez, my man. I love you, man.
Hell yeah, homie. My demon lover. Leprechaun should be a horror comedy.
Yes. Yes. It's not.
Little Leppy.
No, Leprechaun himself.
I love
fantastic.
Leppy.
The movies.
Leppy.
We're not gonna hate
Little
on Jennifer
Leppy.
Aniston, are we?
No.
We're not hating on
Leppy.
Jennifer Aniston's first.
No,
movie.
she was cute in that movie.
She was a babe.
She tried.
She
Waxwork
tried.
1 and 2.
She still is. She's like
She is
50
very,
some
very,
years
really
old, and
very good looking.
she looked good.
All I'll say is Jennifer Aniston's acting has gotten much better since the first level.
Oh yeah,
it was
for
like,
sure.
It was like her first debut.
I was
I
like,
know.
yeah.
I
Come
know.
on, kid. Come on,
Mhm.
kid.
You're not gonna be great all the time.
And I'm finna throw some shade at Courtney Cox real quick. Her Botox, Jennifer Aniston's Botox, is actually looking good, while her friend's co-star. All right,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to
She
say-
looks like a cat.
She should have gave her guy.
Yeah.
She looks like a cat.
Ready or Not. Ready or Not is so
Ready
good.
or Not.
The Ready or Not is
So
really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2019. I knew what you meant. Promise, Nessie. Dead and Breakfast. Love it. Oh, you know
Dead
what?
and
Another one?
Breakfast.
My Boyfriend's Back.
Yeah, I love
My
that one.
boyfriend's
too.
back
Yeah.
and it's gonna be
What-
trouble.
That's why I can't wait for the what is it? Lisa Frankenstein.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Lisa Ann's Frankenstein, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot
What's up,
wait
Ash?
for that.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for it.
Shutter Island's winning the poll, guys. If you haven't voted,
All
I
right.
voted for it. I
Ashley
voted.
Go.
really wants that one to win.
Let's go.
I
Night of the
voted
Creeps
Jason
is a
Goes to
very
Hell.
good movie.
Man, killing me.
Look, Ken. Hey, tag me in, Ken. I'm back in the ring, brother.
All right. I'll remember that.
I'm ready for the
Oh.
Royal Rumble. Let's go.
Devil's Den with Devin Sawa and Ken Foray. I have to check that one out because, like I said, I love Sawa as an actor. I also love Killer Pad.
Don't watch your
Damn
donut.
it.
Don't watch your donut.
Oh, the killer.
In my
We should
defense,
Killer
being gay, I was
Clowns.
working on my review. Ooh, can't wait to check it out.
Ooh.
Sean. I don't mention House. Let's go.
Mhm.
Canceled for the copy of the Screamer. No, Wes Craven gave it to him. They went to
Oh.
Wes Craven
Oh.
and were like, "Hey, do
Oh.
you mind this?" And Wes was like, "I love it. I absolutely love it." I think that was
Love
great.
He's like, I know
Love that.
I made it when they want to make a spoof about me.
Right.
Mhm.
Boom.
The first kill in Scream 7 should be Courtney Cox's surgeon.
Stop it.
Oh,
That-
Stop it. Stop it.
damn,
Her
guys.
bangs.
That's
Poor
Oh.
Courtney. She's been
Did she get her bob back?
They're throwing the shade.
She's been through it.
Not the bang.
We're not gonna talk about the
Bang.
bob, okay?
But no, her little red hair was cute.
That bob was not cute.
Okay, but like her little red. Was it Scream 2, I think? She had her little red.
It was the same thing. The
Don't
bob,
worry, okay.
the bob and the bang.
Yeah.
when she had the shoulder pad suit on. Come on.
That, y'all, okay, put some
The
respect
hi-
on Gail's
The
name. I
highlighter
can't do this.
yellow.
Yes.
Go.
Another Courtney Cox for the night.
I've looked for that highlighter
The thing is,
yellow.
We
I
can't.
can't find.
Here's the thing,
I-
though. We can't do any worse to Courtney than her surgeon did. So let's move on to Garrett. With
Oh!
found footage film. Garrett, you want to give us your found footage film?
Yeah, so my honorable mention would be Sinister. Just because it was very creepy, and anything that involves children going into a film with this man that's just whatever he is very creepy. So I picked that one. And then my top would be Gallows. Just because
Oh.
I love that movie.
it's only because I do theater and dance, so I understand a lot of it, and it terrifies me to no extent.
And that spawned a real life. What was the character's name in that?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie game. All the kids were playing.
I know.
I was working at the.
I
school.
forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. Me too
That
for a
was like
minute.
what was the one we did when we were a kid? Where you would say his name 3 times in the mirror.
Candyman.
Candyman,
No,
Candyman.
there was another one.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary,
I'm
Bloody
trying to think
Mary.
of all the mirrors.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, the fucking the Charlie was happening while I was working at the school, and I was like, guys, please
Stop it! Cut it out.
Listen,
Ken was
it's bad
scared.
enough. It's bad enough I have to be here at school too. Okay, I don't need it to be
Right.
Push it off. Good choices.
Fine.
What about you, Day Day?
Okay, so we're on psychological horror, right? No. Yes. Found footage. Jesus Christ. We've talked about so many movies tonight. Okay, so my list is okay. Found footage. Okay, this one I'm gonna start my number one. Okay, because I just reviewed the 2022 movie. I wasn't a fan of it, but one of the greatest technically found footages films of all time is the Texas Chainsaw series. I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you guys will follow me, they start off by, the sheriff is, or one of the sheriffs in the town is going down the little staircase, and they found the tapes left in the house.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's technically why it's a found footage, but Leatherface, again, one of the greatest horror icons ever made. I love, just how brutal it is. It was one of the first brutal films of its kind, chopping off legs and eating bodies. And I love the family. I love the Leatherface, the Sawyer family. So I had to give that's my greatest found footage. And the second one is going to be the Amityville Horror. That actually terrified me when I was a kid when it came on, because I live in the country, right? When I was a kid, I was a country kid, and just seeing random big ass houses out there and just wondering if there could have been a murder in that house, right?
Yes.
Did somebody go crazy?
Yes. Yes.
As always, yes. The answer is always
yes. Whenever you see a big house like that, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And it was just, it really terrified me. And everything that, just the simple story of a man going crazy and killing his family, right? It's just terrifying. Some of my favorite horror movies are inspired by real life events, right? So those are my two, and I didn't get a third one, but I guess I'll go ahead and throw a bone out there to Coven of Screams with the Blair Witch series. Yeah, there you go.
No, you want to throw a bone. Right. You know which one you got to say. You know which one you got to say.
We'll go with number 2.
Thank you so much.
A sequel to the original Blair Witch.
Thank you so much.
It was a great film.
Thank you so much.
It was made into a movie.
Thank you so much.
Stop it.
Thank you so much.
But spoiler alert, the movie had a script as well with some actors and actresses.
They
did.
Great movie.
Something like that.
It's very loose for you to say that.
Great movie.
Do you not like that?
What?
Did you not like Blair Witch?
I didn't say it. Like,
you should.
I
will fight.
So my found footage. My honorable mention is going to be Cloverfield.
That was mine.
I
know Techno's happy.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I do. I love that movie. We're finally getting a real sequel to it this year.
Yes.
Where we're actually following the events of the first Cloverfield and Clovey the monster.
We are
years later.
Yes.
And
I cannot wait.
It's just, I was blown away by that movie, because you could also consider this a creature feature. I went into this movie just like, what's this going to be? What's going to happen? And I fell in fucking love with this movie, and I still do to this day love it. But my favorite found footage film is As Above, So Below.
I had that one on my list. I took it off for something else. But
I
love that. It's so good, but
yeah.
I love that movie.
We were talking earlier about 1408 and how that's really an interpretation of Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
The nine circles of hell. And I think As Above, So Below is just underneath for how much I love, an interpretation of Dante's Inferno. As Above, So Below is just, it's so great. The 9 layers of hell and, going down into each circle. It's great.
It makes one throw up.
It made me claustrophobic. The more they kept going deeper into the
catacombs.
I was like, stop going.
Literally, stop breathing. I'm like,
I know.
It worked so well for me. It was such a scary idea. And I'm in love with it. I still love that movie. I think I have a lot of fun every time we watch it. And it reminds me of what's that movie that I love with the girls in the cave?
Descent.
The Descent. If The Descent was found footage without the monsters, this would be it. It's the monsters aren't the big worry. It's the the claustrophobia. And there are monsters in.
There's real life
but I mean,
friend monsters.
As Above, So Below, there's real monsters in it. But that's not the scary part of the movie, which I think is great. So As Above, So Below would be my number 1. What about you,
Alright.
my love?
So for found footage, this is probably my least favorite subgenre of horror. I'm not
Yes.
the biggest fan of found footage. But this one, I watched it as a kid, and there was no Google to look up to see if it was real or not. And everybody told me that this movie was real and this was happening, and it scared me because of that. And it was Blair Witch. The OG.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
freaked me out. I remember
Come on,
watching it with
Ashley.
my little brother. He was like 2
Yes.
years younger than me, and I was like, "You're watching this with me," and he was probably like 6. Yeah, and it scared me, and I believe them because I didn't have the internet at my fingertips to look it up and be like, "No,
Right.
this ain't
Right.
Because you're old.
Oh.
You're older than me, old man.
I just couldn't with the snotty nose, man.
She was crying.
like
They was crying.
right there in her face, yeah. And then
It was cold.
They was cold. They was shivering.
Right.
They was long.
Like
they're out in the woods with a witch, like
Correct.
yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Right. I don't want to hold my arm up. My arm's
probably
weak.
crying too.
angles.
Correct.
It's not coming down,
Right.
especially
And-
in these woods and this temperature. Like, yeah, you
Right.
I'll be
you
stressed.
lose all the feelings.
Right.
Ain't nothing about
Oh, no.
angles. Don't worry about
and then
angles.
this one, I'm actually surprised that it made my list because when I first went and seen it, I hated it.
No way this made your list.
It is. It's my
Cloverfield?
Cloverfield. I was pregnant with my son, and I had really bad like motion sickness, and it made me like ill. Like I
Yeah.
felt like sick to my stomach because of it, and I was like I couldn't stand the movie for the longest time, and then I rewatched it. I don't know, like a couple years later, and I was like, all right, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. Like this right here is how you do a found footage. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You have great character development. You have this scary ass monster, and it's such a good movie, and I do love it now as where I did it before.
Yeah.
So
I remember going back in school, like after watching Cloverfield, I remember going back and like Googling what the monster looked like, right? Because like I see it in theaters and I didn't have it on DVD, so it was like, what does the monster look like? And I would go on Google and try to search the images. But like Cloverfield, there's not a lot of films out there like Godzilla because it's fucking hard to do, right? It's such a classic. And Cloverfield was like the only film in history that was ever come second to Godzilla, like, and that's saying something.
Yeah. And I think it's scarier when they aren't constantly showing the monster.
Yes.
Like, you really didn't get a lot of the monster. You got like, you know, like where they're really far away from it, and you kind of like see the outline of it, and then you see the little things that are coming off of it that were attacking people, and you really don't know what happened to them. They were just like placed into the hazard tent and never seen again. Like what happened to them?
But how scary was it when the Statue of Liberty's head came flying?
So aggressive.
So damn good.
Yeah.
So damn good. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Joanna, you want to give us your found footage?
Sure. So my honorable mention, it's so funny, it's Cloverfield. Apparently everyone just loves Clover, but it's good. We can't deny if a movie is good. I mean,
that's true.
And then my top is Hell House LLC, the first one.
Nice.
I
love Hell House.
I watched I just watched the trilogy because it's on YouTube. I just watch it at work. I do. I'm just like
good.
Do a coaching, like you need to work.
You need to do your stuff.
Right.
And
you need to. I'm watching something like I'm busy.
Please PC better. Please better quality.
It's so spooky.
You want me to take over that call? No.
No, I'm not taking over no call.
I'm watching a movie. Thanks.
Get it together.
Like, I'm here to watch movies. Come on, now.
Right. What are you here to do?
If my job is watching me, absolutely not.
Right. My job is to do this.
Right.
I get it. When I'm bored at work, I do the same thing. Like, all right, everybody is alive. Like, all right, let's watch a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just like
everyone's sleeping.
I just have to be careful because there has been sometimes that like, because I could watch like pretty messed up stuff and just be desensitized to it. So there's sometimes that people come over and they just look at my phone and somebody's getting a head chopped off, and I'm just like, yes,
Steve.
and I'm like, oh, Sorry, guys. This is
I just go, and keep talking to him like,
I'm just
yeah.
this is my life outside of work. I apologize. Don't worry about it.
It's all right. Sorry, Sarah.
We're not gonna say real people. We can't say real people.
We can't mention real people.
Right.
Oh
we
man.
can't
She's gonna be like, oh, really?
No.
Sarah, I did not do any of this, Sarah.
You bitch! How dare you drag my name on the internet?
No, she's cool though.
Would you do how
She's cool. Look,
Right.
we're
She's
completely backtracking.
She's good. What?
She's cool. She's cool. She just popped up in the chat.
Hey, Sarah. No, she is really cool.
Oh, is she cool now, Gary?
We like Sarah. Right?
Yeah,
Sarah's
sounds right.
We like Sarah.
We do like Sarah.
Yeah, low-key,
Would you-
everyone likes Sarah.
Would you do that haunted house? Would y'all go and do your own haunted house?
Oh, for
Like
sure.
if you would you?
Oh,
What if
for
some
sure.
scary shit was happening? Would you like leave? Or would you just
I would for sure go to the outside of my haunted house. I would not go into the haunted house.
I would drive by and say, that's cute.
Do a drive-by, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they could have left.
They could have left. They could have left.
So, what were your favorite? I had to go get it. Throw it in me.
That's okay. Honorable mention Cloverfield. I think like we've all been talking about. And then Hell House LLC.
Did you like Carmichael Manor? Did you see the new one, Carmichael Manor?
I don't think I've seen the new one, no. Mm-mm.
So good.
I didn't know
it's
the
out.
new one was out. Oh,
Yeah,
Hell House
I need to watch it.
Origins, Carmichael Manor.
Oh, I did. I saw it, but I haven't seen it yet. But I know it's out. I need to watch it tomorrow at work.
Okay. You got to watch that, and you have to watch Speak No Evil because I need to know.
Yes.
Your
Speak No Evil.
All right, so now we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get to our paranormal /
Hopefully Sarah's not in here. Hopefully Sarah's not in here.
Biggie Smalls.
There goes her.
Biggie.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Out magazines. Smoking weed. Oh, sorry.
right,
Charlie
all
during the
right.
Vine days.
Mhm.
By the way,
Vine.
hot take. Biggie over Tupac. Just throwing that out there. Cloverfield.
Dang.
Yep. Like I said,
Hey,
it's juicy.
Hey.
Leatherface terrified me so bad, and I love them both. Honestly, I grew up on Biggie and Tupac. Love them both, but
facts.
for me,
goats.
Biggie gets the nod for me.
For sure.
Cloverfield, I love it. Number one, Sinister, probably my favorite scary movie of all time. But Ghoul is so underrated. Has the best jump scare of any movie ever.
He'd be always
Yeah.
saying people's names, demons' names. Justin does.
He does.
I'm like Justin.
The Visit's a good choice.
The
Oh.
Visit was crazy. The
The thing is,
Oh.
I've never.
That one with the grandma.
Yes.
Yes.
I've never been as grossed out as when the grandpa shoved the dirty diaper in the
Yeah.
kid's face. I was like, I'm leaving. This is bullshit.
And then
Todd
you're-
rubbed
then-
poo on
Now
his
my grandma
face.
trying to shove me in the oven to cook me as a
That's a-
cookie. No.
Yeah, gotta get further in there. You need to get the back of that
I'm
oven.
good.
Right.
Absolutely not, grandma.
I
Sorry,
think
but
when
yes.
she is like chasing them under the house.
In the underground.
Yes.
So,
creepy.
I said, Grandma,
Why are you crawling
I
like
know.
this?
your knees. Stop it.
Not
Stop
the knee.
it.
There
Your
definitely was
knees.
Google back then. We just didn't have it available at our fingertips.
Okay, yeah, they're
Is what we meant.
yeah.
yeah.
I think I had like dial-up internet.
Right.
Yeah.
Poor. We grew up poor. Did you want to
I
say
know
that?
that's right.
No, that's right.
I know that's right.
I didn't
Listen.
have all night to figure out if Cloverfield is real or not. Or not
Yeah,
Cloverfield,
right.
Blair Witch. Yeah.
Have you seen the newest one, the Cloverfield Paradox? At the end, when the full-grown
Oh
Clovey
yeah.
comes up through the clouds. Holy
See, I was conflicted
shit.
on that film because, like, in one hand it was good, but then in the other hand I was like, I feel empty. I feel robbed too. 'cause, like,
Not
this
empty.
isn't a
It
thing.
wasn't when they started filming it. It was not a Cloverfield movie. That was added at the end.
They're like
Okay,
clo-
gotcha.
close enough.
That's-
Yep.
We're
They
just
added-
gonna, we're gonna
that-
put that name.
We're
They
gonna-
had some reshoots
Right.
to make it a
Yeah.
Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
Where's the deleted footage of her adjusting the camera in between two branches?
We will not talk about her camera angles. We will not talk about her camera angles. If this is a situation, I too would not want to sit here and go, you guys, hey, I would sit here wherever it is. I'm scared as hell. I'm trying to leave. Oh, I'm lost. I don't know where nobody is. They're my friends.
What?
My good side.
Spooky Empire. Cody was telling me. To
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can they come to Ghouly Con?
Right, can y'all go to school?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on the Truman Show, Jazzy. That's serious. My life. I swear, right or wrong.
Yeah.
He's
really vain.
No, I went super. Like I was in a really bad mental state when I watched that movie for the first time, anyway. And I had some chemical assistance in my life at that time too.
Oh.
And I thought that that was my life. And I thought people were following me. Like I jumped on some lady's car at Wesco and was like, "Stop fucking following me!" Yeah, it was bad day in County Town. That movie scares the shit out of me to this day. Blair Witch and Cloverfield. Deborah Logan was so good.
Yes.
Chronicle and The Last Exorcism.
Yes.
One of the cast members from The Taking of Deborah Logan. I had him on my first horror movie. He was so good. He was really cool. Great guy.
I just know her head got swallowed. That monster said, "Oh." I was like,
Wreck.
"Ma'am."
I knew you'd say it, Nathan. Devil and Jason Goes to Hell are tied with 30.
Oh no.
Let's go.
You'd be doing a review by yourself.
What's up?
We want to get you back on for In Defense Of. We were just talking about this. I'm so glad you popped up because I need to get you back on. So we're going to be hitting you up either tonight or tomorrow to get you back on, CP. We miss you. Sledges, are y'all at work with the files and tile ceiling? Yes.
Don't go now.
Roman. Don't be rude.
Roman.
Grandma, you're rheumatoid.
I mean, we just got a wall. So
We just got a wall.
No,
Okay.
but we are supposed to be getting a new one this year, CP. They said that an actual sequel to the original Cloverfield.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really excited about that.
That's going to be, I hope that.
Same.
It was 16 years
Same.
ago.
Justin, stop it. Cut it out. Stop it. Cut it out. We're not saving you.
We're not.
All right, so now we are up to our favorite paranormal / possession films, and that'll be Hellvington starting.
All right, paranormal / possession films. Okay, so I got two, right? I might have a third one if I can pull it out of my bag. But my favorite of all time, and I guess this one can go in together. I'll announce them at the same time. It was created by the wonderful and amazing director and creator, writer, producer, James Wan, and that is the Conjuring universe and the Insidious universe. For a long time in the mid 2000s, paranormal movies was everywhere. You had Paranormal Activity, which was good, but after the third one, it kind of
Don't say that.
It took a break. It took a little break,
did.
right?
Don't say
But
that.
then James Wan came out and was like, "Look, okay, I'm about to go see Ed and Lorraine Warren. I'm about to create this Insidious universe, and I'm about to the next 15 years, it's mine. The paranormal genre is mine." And he snapped with an amazing cast. Patrick Wilson. I butchered the lead actress's name. What is her name?
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga, love her, and just what that series has done for horror. It's really inspiring because it gave paranormal movies a new breath. It was all about the jump scare, right? James Wan is the king of jump scares, and when you think about a paranormal movie, that's what you want. You want that jump scare, right? A slasher, you want the kills, right? With a monster movie, you want to see the monster, but with paranormal movies, you want that jump scare. You want to feel like you're walking through a haunted house. And that is exactly what James Wan did with The Conjuring and the Insidious universe. And for my honorable mention, I got to go with Paranormal Activity because that movie, and shout out Coven of Scream, she recently did a review on Paranormal Activity, but for what Paranormal Activity did is the same thing what the Conjuring universe did. It gave a breath to the paranormal franchise when for a long time it was at a standstill, right? And I'm all for giving new life to a genre that deserves a lot of love.
Right.
And we want to talk about marketing. Do you remember the commercial for Paranormal Activity? Does anybody remember those commercials?
Oh yes, with them in the theater, with everyone in the theater.
Yes. That was their whole marketing campaign.
Yes.
What are these people screaming about? Why are they so scared? Let's go watch the movie. Like that was the perfect trailer for any movie. It was just people screaming in the theater. Good choice. So mine, my honorable mention is going to be the best movie in this franchise, and that is The Exorcist 3. Absolutely love The Exorcist 3. I think it is such a great possession / slasher movie. And I've always been super obsessed with The Exorcist 3. There's just something about that movie that just does it for me. It has everything. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But my obvious number one, my favorite paranormal / possession movie is it's going to be The Dark and the Wicked.
Oh yes, thank you for putting me on to that. Thank you for putting me on to that.
2020's The Dark and the Wicked, directed by Brian Bertino, the same guy that did the original Strangers movie.
Great.
It's such a great movie, and it's one of those movies that seriously unsettled me. It came out at a time when I had just lost my mom, so that probably had something to do with it. But yeah, it's a fantastic movie. It's a scary movie, and the acting is phenomenal. It's just bleak. So yeah, The Exorcist 3, which I think is one of the most underrated films in the history of film, and The Dark and the Wicked. Those are mine. What about you, my love?
My honorable mention is Sinister. This movie, it scared me. Bagul, he is scary. But most of all, it's where he takes like innocent children and makes them evil like that. Like when you have a kid that's evil, I think it's more scary because they're supposed to be like the innocent ones. And just the films that they made of the things that they did to their family. So scary. And like Ken said, one of the best jump scares of all time is the lawnmower one. It still gets me. I know it's coming and it still gets me on a rewatch.
Every time.
Ethan Hawke's reaction.
And there's other ones too where he's just like in the computer screen. And a lot of it's practical, like when they get pulled down into the water in those chairs. We talked about this a million times.
That was
like
nuts.
In the lawn chair.
Yeah, I don't know who was like, okay, let's sign up for this, because I would have been like, no,
I'll do the other one, but not that one.
Like run me over with a lawnmower, but no, please. I can't. I have to be in control. And everyone else is like trying to give me like oxygen. Like, no, I'm good.
Well, even the guy that played Bagul, he was wearing weighted boots.
He was weighted,
standing at the bottom of the pool.
And they would come down and give him oxygen. Yeah. So like that's hardcore.
That
like
all
right there.
I'm like, I don't want to play this part anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, they were strapped into the lawn chairs, getting pulled into the pool.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god,
practically.
Absolutely.
I can't breathe. Ooh, I cannot breathe.
That gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
And then my number one is Insidious. I love this movie when it first came out. It's not your house that's haunted, it's your son. And just like the scary of not knowing like what's going on. He's in this coma, but they can't find anything wrong with him. And it's just that's like a real life scare. And I don't know. I love that. The entire time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great choice.
Thanks.
What about you guys? What about you, Joanna?
So my honorable mention would probably be the newest exorcism that came out. Possession. I'm so intrigued because I just want to know, is it real? I know it's real, but don't look at me like that. Do not look at me like that. What? But I loved it. The little children were terrifying. The one looked like Reagan. I thought it was watching the OG again. And then my one would be Paranormal Activity marked ones. Just because of the last scene, because we finally got to see what Katie was yelling about.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We finally got to see. Yes.
Yeah.
She did. She's like,
all the time.
So yes, that is mine.
What about you, Garrett?
So my honorable mention is Mama. That movie is really, really good. I love it. If my child started talking just randomly to this visual thing, I would be like, okay, we're getting out. You can stay here with that mama, and I will be going on my way.
Correct.
And then my number one choice would be all the Conjurings, just because they're so good. And I love me some Ed and Lorraine. They're my favorites, but I would not have a room full of all the possessed items.
Would you visit it though?
No.
You wouldn't visit it?
I was standing on the outside of the door and see in, and it's like, that's cute, but then leave.
I would be so, I don't know. I'm a half and half.
That's
I would be
cute.
so curious.
Like literally.
I'm curious though.
Something would attach itself to me. Like that's just my luck.
Mhm.
And then
That's my
I'll be
luck.
possessed.
Or like I'll accidentally bump against it and I'm like, whoa!
That's why, just do this. Just do this the whole
I'm like,
time. Just
a full body bag. It's like, I'll just walk through with all this on.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Garrett, catch, and just throw something.
And I'm like, absolutely not. Oops.
That's awesome. Sweet. I will hit you up probably tomorrow once we have some of Ashley's days off so that we can get you on. We need to get you back on the channel, man. It's been way too long. We were just talking about you the other day. Oh, come on, man. Nathan, you know you love that movie.
not Shitter Island.
Shitter Island.
I love this. Who the hell is Julie? Our polygamy pick. That's awesome. So I've been demoted. No one could ever demote you, Dice.
Oh, Dice.
Oh no.
Just racking up the House of Vanilla. The Conjuring universe is good, but I can't take it seriously when they set in reality, like killing Ed. We know he doesn't die until later in life. I get that part.
That's true.
Yes, Exorcist 3 represent.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Good one. Honestly, I hate
Loved
Exorcist 2 even
Emily
more
rolls
than
with
I was
that.
watching Exorcist 3.
Yep, I
It
agree.
should just honestly, that's what I think. It should just go 1, skip 2,
3.
and just go straight to 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then 4, 5 are the same movie.
One thing
Yeah.
that bums me out about the
That's
the exorcism of Emily Rose, that movie's PG-13, and there's a scene in the movie when they were filming that she contorted her face, and it was so scary. They made the director cut that scene out because if he would have kept it, they would have made it. They would have gave it an R rating, and he fought and fought and fought to keep that scene in. The Jennifer Carpenter scene, when Jennifer Carpenter did that.
Yeah.
And we got to remember, this was directed by Scott Derrickson, the guy that did The Black Phone, you know. And
Oh shit!
when she did that scene, like, it was so scary. They said, if you keep that in, we're going to give it an R rating. And like I said, Derrickson fought for it so hard, and it's such a bummer.
I love that.
I want to see the scene. Exorcist 3, love it. I'm glad he didn't, honestly. And it's nothing against Carpenter. I love Carpenter, but man, the way that movie turned out so perfect. Yeah. The Shining, gotta love it.
Love The Shining.
The Dark and the Wicked, and When Evil Lurks. Yes, they're both great. Scary Movie 2, Exorcist scene with James Woods. Yes, we did horror comedies. Shaun of the Dead was on mine, so I represented for you, CP. So you're gonna tie me up and pull me underwater? How much am I getting paid?
Correct. Absolutely. I better get. I'm not just your extra background character. I'm going fully underwater submerged.
Right.
Only
Are you
question is,
having a good time over there, CP? I just got to know. You having fun? Being safe? Do you have any new pants? At least I'm not even wearing pants right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, that is like 4. That's 4. That'd be like you broke the counter, man. Come on, Ken. Enough with the sexual.
It's because he's wearing a skirt.
1 is the longest number. Okay. I'll stop.
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
I can't stand you, kid. He said, "I'm gonna stop. I'm
Definitely don't want to come early.
Sure
All right, Dice, you're on the counter now, Dice. You're on the counter now, Dice.
All right.
I think my mom called.
Why does it always get sexual when we come in here, Coven? Every time we do a stream in the Hell Zone, it becomes. I mean, and the
Usually when you come in someplace, it's pretty sexual, Day.
I'm just saying. You lucky Damon had
This is the only time that we do anything around that day. One, you're calling us out. 2, the only time we do it is if we talk about vampires. You know it. That's the only time.
Vampires are sexy.
Vampires, for the most part. I mean, Nosferatu.
Hell yeah. That's a great double feature.
Nosferatu ain't that sexy, but.
Sledgehammer After Dark, no pants edition.
All right.
I got pants on.
I don't mind Saint Maud.
This is a safe space, girl.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hate is it gets. And yes, never judging. Quick poll: who's wearing pants? I lose.
You're such a
I'm wearing
guy.
pants.
You've got pants.
If I wasn't wearing pants, trust me, everybody would be very unhappy.
I
Oh,
would be
no.
sitting here right now.
All the men would feel very bad.
She said goodbye.
We are here because of sex, though.
Oh, what are we? True though.
I
Okay,
mean,
that's true.
Technically, yeah.
You see, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, you know,
Yeah.
We all got here after
Your
a good
mom.
time, okay?
yeah.
Your mom and your dad.
Change the subject
Banging.
now.
The stork.
Every time
Not the
gets up,
story.
every time Ken gets up for a drink, demonetized.
Yeah.
But see, I'm just like a Ken doll. I got nothing. What is that
Oh
called?
gosh.
Unanatomically correct.
I
You
know
got
a
the
little movie.
what do they call it in the movie? The plastic. I don't know either.
Why are we
The
rocking?
bulge? You talking about the bulge?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the.
All right.
I love that when she was like, when they're in the Barbie movie, when she's like, we don't have genitals. And then she walks away and Ken's like, I have all the genitals. Great.
I have all the genitals.
All right. So anyway, we've watched Barbie way too many times. Thanks again, Kenley. All right.
You liked Barbie.
Jason on the streets, Freddy in the sheets, baby.
All right.
Oh, that's it. Oh man.
But then
I'm
now the
just
chat's
saying.
sexual. The chat is
See,
sexual.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter.
Oh
You can
no.
call me Freddy
Just
Krueger,
saying.
okay? Because I will tear that ass up in your dreams.
Oh no.
Features.
I think my mom called. I think she said I have to go. Not your mama, not Margaret.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
flipping
I'm
that.
gonna go
I'm saving
too.
it.
Actually.
I'm saving
All right.
it. I did it.
All right, creature features.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on our last subgenre of the night. We're going to talk about some creature features. And yes, this will be our last tonight. But like I said, we will do this again. We'll bring back our Hellmaster. We'll bring back the
Yes.
Coven.
Yes.
For my creature feature, my honorable mention, obviously, had to go to Tremors. Tremors has had such an impact on my life. And I love that movie so much.
Jazzy
I do wanna say-
loved Tremors.
We were all sperm once. We've come a long way since.
Okay. See, you
Okay.
went back to Ken. You went back to the chat for this. You did this. Okay. You wanted this, Ken. Okay.
Is this a Monday? Are we doing this on a Monday?
Can't help it. Can't help
Oh
it.
Lord.
Okay, so yes, Tremors is my honorable mention, and my number one, a movie that is scary, it is sad, and it has the best ending in horror movie history.
If it's the fucking.
Say it.
Oh shit! Now I lost my. What is it?
It is The Mist.
The Mist. Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck your kids.
I did it.
I love it.
No, my thing is though, like honestly, if I was in that same position, and it was a choice of either shooting my kid in the face or having him
Oh my gosh.
burned
No,
up
you
by
can't do that,
spiders
Ken.
and acid. You can't let your kid get burned up by acid and ate by those
True.
spiders.
So let's just shoot him
Take
in
it
the
out.
face.
Yes, take it out quick. Take it out
Hey.
quick.
But the monster will take you out quick too.
See, now we were talking about this before because in that movie, he lost his wife. She was ate by those spiders. He lost his kid. You know, he had to kill his kid to not get eaten.
Yeah.
He killed the girl that he was going to be with. So now he has
Crazy.
no responsibility, no bills. So they're going to make a
Rent
sequel
free.
called The Moist, where he starts an OnlyFans and becomes a man whore and just starts getting with a bunch of girls.
Not the moist.
Like
Ooh.
yeah, he gets like a 70s porn star mustache.
You
Like, come
go
on
you
now.
go from the mist to the moist, baby,
To the
because he's got
moist.
no more
Wow.
responsibility.
Ashley, can we just talk about how Ken did again? He went to the comment section to make it sexual, and then somehow, some way, he made the Mist sexual.
Oh, the moist. Okay.
The moist.
This man is definitely Freddy Krueger in the
Doesn't
sheets.
even I don't even miss when the ladies leave the seat down.
Look at him.
So
Boom.
going with
The one.
the mist as my
one.
favorite creature feature. Number
Ooh,
one,
what?
the mist. What about you, my love?
My
Like just shut the fuck up. Kat.
please, please. Jaws is my honorable mention. Again, I
Classic.
love when you can't see the monster, like you only see
Yep.
him. You see his fin, and you don't really
Right.
see the monster. I think that's much scarier, and it made me scared of the ocean. So it's legendary, right?
Yeah.
And then we talked about this earlier, but it's Come Play. It's Larry. He's terrifying. Like he just has to touch you, and that's it. Like you're done for. Like, he takes you back to his realm or whatever, wherever he takes you. But yeah, that movie is such a good movie. And the ending broke my heart. So
cried. I cried like a damn baby at the end of Come Play. Like genuine, like so good choice, babe. What about you, Joanna?
So I guess we can keep with the current theme that's going on. My honorable mention is It Follows.
So you're gonna make it up? I'm just not anymore. Just not.
But I feel like it had a lot of good jump scares though. With okay.
People are leaving. You're freaking them out with your eyebrows.
And then my pick would be Malignant. I really like The Malignant. I loved that movie. I know a lot of people really didn't like it, but I loved the little scene in the jail when her little twin was like, hiya, 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 hiya.
Oh, Gabriel? Yeah.
Beating them bitches up. I said, yes.
Yeah,
those are mine.
We watched that movie like 3 times in a weekend when it first came out.
I really liked it.
Yes. Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
So how about you, Garrett?
So my honorable mention, I consider them creatures. But it'll be,
You're wrong.
You're wrong, bitch. Let me talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway. It's Queen of the Dam because I love vampires and I love Aaliyah in that movie. She is goddess in that movie, and I would bow down for her too.
She looks so good in that movie.
And then my top would be It, Pennywise.
Yes.
Because clowns are terrifying.
Because clowns are terrifying, one. And then if you can open your mouth fully to me and try to eat my whole body, then we have a problem.
Or a good time. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Look, we have the problem of a good time.
Not with the clown.
Yeah, you have to just unlock your jaw.
He unhinged his jaw.
He said, which is
he took it off.
What Ashley wants me to do. She wants me to lock my jaw. Shut the hell up. How about you, Dede? What's your creature feature list?
All right, so my creature feature list has to be my number 1 of all time, of course. And we're not going to talk too much about it. But if you watched my first horror movie here on Sledgehammer Horror, it's Jeepers Creepers, of course. I love me Jeepers Creepers.
You love that movie.
He does. He loves that movie.
I'm such a fan of the film. Everything else with the film, not a fan of that. But I love Jeepers Creepers for what it was at the time. Again, it was an independent film. It had Justin Long in it, and just everything about the film. If you see an old truck driving down behind you on a road, or if you see an abandoned church, or if you see a cornfield, you automatically think of the Creeper. My second one is, again, a cult classic, because I love cult classics and I love the 80s. It's an 80s cult classic, and it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I do remember that.
You gotta love them clowns. Gotta love them clowns. For what that movie was. Again, they're talking about making it into a mini TV series. We'll see if it'll be made into a mini TV series, but I think it's perfect in the 80s. And of course, my honorable mention will be the 1990s It. I am a fan of the revamped, Bill Skarsgård and all that. But for what Tim Curry did in the 90s on a mini TV series, and again, this wasn't even it wasn't a kid TV show, but yet every kid and teenager watched this mini series, and it fucking terrified them. It made me terrified of clowns. And the legendary Tim Curry, of course, he is the greatest, one of the greatest actors, not even just horror actors, just greatest actors of all time. The range that Tim Curry has, it's not, you can't compare it to anybody else. So those are my top 3 creature features.
Pretty solid.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you're mistaken.
God, I love Tim Curry. God.
So, we're gonna catch up on the chat real quick. Poltergeist,
Oh
Poltergeist,
yes.
Let's keep it clean.
Thank you, Troy.
Troy.
Wait, what was that coming? Did you say coming, Troy? All right, Troy.
Yeah, who's making it dirty now, Day?
Me?
Why? I would love it. I would love a legacy sequel.
Kevin Bacon.
Bert and you know, Val and Earl. You know, and you bring Bert back that way too. Just have like a legacy sequel after part 1. I would love that. I could talk creature features all night, not including actual animals. Vibes are tip top.
Hey.
I try. Oh yes. I would say that they're creatures. What are they
Not
called?
the naked demons.
The minions in the gate. Love it.
The naked demon monsters.
Tommy was great in the mist. Oh God, the stuff. Godzilla -1, man.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Legendary.
Holy shit.
I can't even say
Crawl
it's a
was a good
monster
one.
movie because it's like an.
Oh,
Crawl was good.
Crawl was a good. I forgot about that one. That was such a good
Crawl.
one.
Ken, super close to the camera with an Eric Freeman impression. Ashley, you're scaring them.
Literally clipping that whole segment because it was hilarious.
Right. Ken, please don't have sex with Godzilla. No promises. Challenge.
He is a Ken doll, so he has all.
That's
his
true.
And what they say, I'm just Ken.
I'm kidding enough.
When cons are your phobia and your kink.
Oh,
I don't know how that works.
fun.
I'll be screaming the whole time.
Hi, I'm Toppy the Clown.
Oh, Toppy, not Toppy, It's not
Toppy the Clown really can.
Little shop of hope. I love that.
How did the creeper get a cut? Exactly. Imagine the creepers at the DMV, like
Just
Take a number.
bullshit.
I'll be like, so y'all not about to say nothing about this guy over here? Pretty sure his ass belongs in the cornfield, but I'm just
And see, if you were to say something, you'd be the first one going. I would act just like him. I'm like,
oh god, he's gonna
that
flip
guy's
my car.
That guy's got nice eyes. They're peepers.
I'm like, okay, you're right.
you're correct.
Same
You're
way
correct.
Michael Myers was driving. Yeah.
Right, the
The
same
sunbathing
lady.
boys. Yes.
Bethel
Those
needs her
cheerleaders were
freaking license removed.
I lost that one.
Little shop of hope.
Tremors and King Kong's fantastic.
I love King Kong. Peter Jackson's
Yeah.
King Kong, loved it.
Yeah. Thank you for the donation, Troy.
Hey,
I'm
Love
going
Troy.
host Korean film up there with the rest. Yes.
Nice.
Love you, Troy.
So do I, baby.
Ah,
So do I.
I don't see any
If
pants.
you-
Where's the pants
Her
at?
face.
I was like, where's the pants?
If you want to challenge CP, I'll beat you off any day.
Oh gosh.
If you want to
It's-
beat off,
Beach. You literally said beat, like you messed it up.
no, I said beach.
You said
I'll
beat.
beat you off. If you want to beach off, I'll beat you off right here in front of everybody.
So
If
we're
you need a
beating
beach
people
off,
now.
we'll have a
Beat
beach
you.
off. Okay.
Jesus
You,
Christ.
you ain't doing beach because you don't even like the water. You
I don't.
suck.
I don't.
Look, I watch all of Ken's live streams and it never gets this sexual. What do we bring out of you, Ken? What is it? Is it because I'm in the hell zone that you get a little freakier?
Wait, are you trying to find out what you bring out of me or what you? I'm not even
Oh
gonna
my
say.
Okay,
God.
okay, all right, okay.
We're done.
Okay.
Seriously. No one wants to know that.
Nobody's beaching each other off. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I was audibly in the theater at that moment laughing. I literally had to cover my face at the beaching off part. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
it was
So
great.
cringy.
Understood. Okay. Dice is usually the sexual one. And
That's
yes,
what I'm
this
saying.
is-
Could you imagine
is our
Dice on the
foreplay.
panel right now? Like
Oh,
Dice
God.
on the
Oh,
panel
no.
right now? I
Much
would have
like-
no control.
I'll say this: if Dice was on the panel right now, we could call it Aladdin because this would be a whole new world. I'll tell you
This
that.
would be.
Oh.
We could honestly call it an orgy. I'm
Ken
kidding.
can swim.
Ashley would leave.
Ashley would
And
leave.
he's a mama boy.
Ken just refuses to swim.
Is that why
because-
he's favorite of Jason?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, listen,
yeah.
listen.
Oh,
Okay,
He
swimming's fucking gross.
He almost drowned in a lake because his mom wasn't paying attention to him. And
Are you making it a Jason? None of this happened. What the fuck? You're giving me trauma I didn't even know I had.
Mic drop.
No, I don't like swimming. Swimming's fucking gross. It's disgusting. Hey, you want to come with me in my pool? Why don't I just lay down? You can piss on me and pour chlorine on me. It's fucking gross.
Oh my gosh.
Swimming's
Oh,
gross,
wow.
dude. Swimming
But
is
like, what if it's your own pool?
Yeah, but how many other people are in that pool that didn't wash that ass before they got in that pool, and now they're
You don't have
Oh,
you don't have right. How many people do you have over in this pool to begin with?
Are we doing a pool party?
What about a public pool or a lake? You know,
I said your pool.
You know,
And the lakes are gross anyway.
public pools can be a little.
Public pools
I
are
don't have a pool
choicy.
because
Yeah.
that's gross. But
We technically have a pool.
dude,
It's
I
a
think
little
Barbie
pool.
was fantastic. I'm
I
not
love
even kidding.
Barbie.
Barbie was great.
Didn't mind rewatching it with my daughter. I
What did
really
you
like
watch?
the message that
It
they
was
put
good
out there,
movie.
not just for Barbie, but for the Kens of the world too. Like, you know, you
Like
could
you.
go out.
Did you not go with us?
Look,
No.
um,
You had me a comment. I
Yeah,
thought you
that's
went
me
with
in
us.
the-
No.
I just stand there in the 2-foot kiddie pool. I'm like,
No.
my ankles are cold.
Not your
Hey.
ankles.
I don't judge your kink, CP. Don't judge mine. Okay.
Oh no.
That's why pools are gross.
Anywhere else, I'd be a 10, baby. All right, guys. So we do
Yes.
want to say to everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out. And
Yes.
Yes.
if you guys don't have plans already, this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing a Sledgehammer watch along on the channel of Beetlejuice. So
Oh, I
get your
love
copy
Beetlejuice.
of Beetlejuice. Come out, watch Beetlejuice. Our daughter Chloe, she's going to be there. She has a special announcement regarding Ghouly Con as well. So very excited for Chloe. She's very excited to announce it. That's all she's been talking about. And I told her
No.
she could be the one that announces it. So she's going to announce that this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right before we actually start watching Beetlejuice. I cannot find this movie streaming anywhere. So bring your copies. If you do have it available online, you can watch it there. We'll be watching it on DVD. So we do want to thank everybody in the chat. Coven, Hellvington, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you guys. Everybody else, again, thank you so much for coming out. Like I said earlier, Charles, if you're still here, Tatum, if you're still here, memberships, super chats, fucking awesome. Those are great. You guys being here, that's the best part. So thank you guys for joining. Don't go anywhere, guys. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, as always, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.